Big up, guys. Yeah, amazing. Yeah, you are seeing this right. I am actually early for a change on time. Yes, it can happen. I have managed to get on here on time to do a stream. Amazing, isn't it, guys? But thanks everyone that is watching, and hopefully we'll get a few in the live chat. I hope. Got plenty to discuss. As the Premiership made its return. Yep, the Premier League is back. And so is other shit, I'm afraid. Yeah, be up to you, Stepsy. Yeah, thanks for coming in, bro. But yeah, it's back. And so is this. Premier's back, but so is racism. Maybe it's never gone away. Disgusting incident at Anfield. And it certainly was. It really was. It's a shame that we have to go and talking about all this because, yes, we had the Premier back and not a great action and football, mostly at times, was good. But unfortunately, we have to go into this shit as well. Because some fucking idiot, dumb brain fucking caveman in a fucking, he's actually in a wheelchair as well, which makes it even worse. Decides to be dumb and fucking Neanderthal and again fucking make racist comments to a footballer of a different colour skin, which does not fucking matter. We are all supposed to be human beings. We are all supposed to be the same. Yet we still get these fucking brain-dead bastards who think it's funny and great to take the piss out of somebody of a different colour to them or a different race or whatever. Will they just not fucking stop it and get these bastards out of the fucking stadiums? Because apparently this guy's had previous as well. And I'm going to go into that in an article. And really, I wanted to talk about the game because it was a great game of football as well. A brilliant game of football. Yeah, Stephen, yeah. It's happened that in the Luton game as well at Bradford. One Luton supporter and two Bradford is disgusting. Exactly. But the thing is, it's all high profile because it's in the Premier as well. And that does not make it good. And how this guy can keep coming to the games anyway. But apparently he's done it all before. What he's done before, how the fuck are they letting him in? Yeah, be up to you, Warren. Nice to see you, bro. Be up, buddy. Hi, Steve. Nice to see you, mate. I'm sorry. I haven't been very vocal lately. I have some bad news. I know it's not an excuse, so I'm sorry about that. No, it's fine, mate. Don't worry about it. It's cool. No probs. Everything. We all know shit happens. And we all know shit happened in this game. And I'm going to bring up the article. I've got a guest standing by waiting here, but I will just quickly go into this. Because obviously want to go into this fucking cunt that said all this. And this is an account by a Liverpool fan that was sitting near him. Yeah, happening in all leagues, 100% unacceptable. Yeah, definitely is, mate. Definitely is. Unacceptable. It's never been acceptable, but it just keeps going on. But anyway, I'll go into this. Nearby Liverpool fan has explained Antoine Semenyo racism incident. Following Antoine Semenyo reporting that he has been racially abused by a member of the crowd during Liverpool's 4-2 win over Bournemouth, and he was superb in this, by the way, this guy, Antoine Semenyo, very good player. Really do rate him, his quality. It's just a shame this has happened to him. It sort of marred it, but he was immense and superb to carry on. When it must have been really horrible for him to have that in his mind, that what this guy said to him, And you can imagine it's going to be N-word and other things, you know. So it's horrible. Yeah, one nearby supporter offered an insight into what happened. Referee Anthony Taylor paused proceedings 30 minutes into the opening game of the Premier League season after Semenyo reported racist abuse from a Liverpool fan. Merseyside police subsequently said a 47-year-old man was removed from the ground and an investigation was underway after his identity was confirmed. A nearby spectator to the incident was able to explain in more detail what happened and the surrounding fans' reactions. Season ticket holder Nick Collins, who, like the alleged perpetrator, watches at Anfield from a wheelchair, wrote on X. So this fella has had his season ticket for many years at Anfield. He's passionate, but often takes things way too far. Well, that is way too far. But it is what it is. Well, it isn't, is it? It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. He has crossed the line before by throwing stuff at officials, usually chewing gum. And stewards looked embarrassed rather than do anything. Not good. So I guess that's allowed his behaviour to escalate maybe in his brain. What brain, I could say, really? What brain? Yeah, none. About 28 minutes into the game, Semenyo goes to take a throw-in. He's not a player that goes to the fans and seems like a decent lad. The sort of player that people want playing for their club. For reasons I'll never know, the fella near me in Bay 7, I'm Bay 9, decides to go over to him in his wheelchair and shout something at Semenyo. Semenyo then asks him to repeat it, and he repeated it and threw his chewing gum at him. Then 2 minutes later, the play stops. The fella next to me says he hopes he hasn't said anything racist to Semenyo, and he obviously has. But now I'm getting texts from people saying it's about the fan in the wheelchair allegedly abusing Semenyo. We missed the first goal because of all this, because of all of us were uncomfortable being around this guy, who's now sat in silence, probably realising what he's done, and he seems to be in the shit. Yeah. We didn't want him near us, and people, including myself, were calling him a racist prick, which he is. He fucking is. It was just uncomfortable to be around, and we wanted him gone. The stewards didn't have a clue what was going on either. He was eventually removed from the ground at 9:01 by police, firstly saying he'd refused to move and wouldn't leave, but then agreeing to leave, then kicking off. I'd gone to the toilet by this point, but saw him kicking off near the exit. I believe there is some kind of protocol where the police have to remove them and not stewards. And they have to get a sort of investigation going first. That's why it took them 30 minutes to get him out of the ground. So the club now have to help the police with an investigation, and rightly so. If he's found to have racially abused Semenyo, he needs to be banned for life, no excuses, and I believe he has been banned, which is great. Anyway, another fan chimed in saying Semenyo didn't look upset. So sort of sticking up for the abuser or playing devil's advocate. But he just looked shocked to me, which is probably why he asked him to repeat himself. So props to Semenyo for having the brilliant game he had, exactly. All 3 goal scorers were black, which was quite fitting, really. The irony is the fella had no room for racism badge on his shirt. I think at the time it was annoying that we had to be around that prick, but I think the club acted as fast as they could. I believe stewards can eject fans if they personally hear abuse, but otherwise a report needs to be made for it to happen. On the flip side of this, look at the amount of disability abuse there is in response to this. Discrimination is discrimination. So if you're making your edgy jokes about disability on the back of it, you're just as bad. I cropped his face out for obvious reasons, but it's incredibly ironic to have that badge on you and then do something like that. There's obviously going to be a legal process ongoing now. The head steward asked us all a few questions and everyone was helpful. Proud of the way the club acted in response to one prick. Anfield is a very welcoming place to people from all walks of life. Let's keep it that way. Exactly. Is there any comments? No. Oh, yes, there is. The irony is the fella had no room for racism badge on his shirt. Exactly. And he's not sticking to that, is he? He's a fucking arsehole. Not only that, we have dark-skinned players all the time too. I just don't get it. Well, exactly. Not excusing the behaviour, but it was reported that he was in a wheelchair. So probably drunk or on heavy medication. That's still no fucking excuse. No, I don't agree with that. I do not agree with that. You're not right there. You're wrong. You can't do that. No matter what's happened, you just cannot say that sort of thing. The abuse, it's horrible. Somebody's responded there. Up your bollocks. Yeah, nice name. But it's responded to that. The only certainty when a person is in a wheelchair is that they have some sort of mobility issue. He wouldn't necessarily drink any more or less, or be on any more or less medication than anyone else at the ground. So it does sound like you're excusing the behaviour, or at least rationalising it. Exactly. That's what it seems like to me. Even if the guy has a learning disability as well, even if he was off his face on meds, drink, drugs or whatever, the player doesn't need to be subjected to that when he's at work or anywhere else in life. Exactly. I totally agree there, 100%. 100%. Yeah, well, I'll just do a couple more comments here. Unbelievable comment. This is Demure Debbie. To up your bollocks. Unbelievable comment. Perhaps you should watch a movie called Born on the 4th of July, with Tom Cruise playing the part of a crippled vet confined to the rest of his life in a wheelchair, just to get an idea of the impact that having half a body has on your mental health. Simply unbelievable. But, sorry, that does not excuse it. Another person ain't got a fucking clue. Did it turn Tom Cruise racist? There we go, to Demure Debbie. I'm pretty sure 99.99% of people in wheelchairs don't feel the need to shout racist abuse. Exactly. You got a very low view of wheelchair users if you believe that. That's LFC 2407. Exactly. Totally agree. Another one here, excusing, justifying an act of racism while also giving disabled people and people with mental health problems a bad name. Well, your mum must have wished she'd agreed to that abortion offer. Totally. That was somebody called SWICY, or Sweezy or Swicy, whatever you could say there, to Demure Debbie. Dumb Debbie, I would say, for what she was saying there. But anyway, yes, so, and then I'll go on to this other one, which he did obviously get the ban. And it's about fucking time. Yeah. Stadium ban for man bailed in Semenyo racism probe. A man who was arrested on suspicion of racially abusing Bournemouth forward Anton Semenyo during the opening match of the Premier League season has been banned from every football stadium in the UK. Just exactly right too. What he fucking should be. He shouldn't have been there in the fucking first place. In the UK as part of his bail conditions. The Cherries Friday game against Liverpool at Anfield was briefly halted in the 29th minute after Semenyo flagged it up to the referee. A 47-year-old man from Liverpool who was arrested on Saturday on suspicion of a racially aggravated public order offence has been conditionally bailed, Merseyside police said. The conditions include a ban on attending any regulated football match in the UK and not going within 1 mile of a designated football stadium. The force said the investigation into the incident was ongoing and it was working closely with the Liverpool Football Club. The 25-year-old Ghana international posted on social media that the night at Anfield would stay with him forever because of how the entire football family stood together. He thanks his teammates, Liverpool players and fans, and the Premier League officials who handled it professionally. The game resumed 4 minutes after the reported abuse, and Semenyo went on to score twice for Bournemouth, who lost 4-2 to Liverpool. The Premier League issued a statement saying it would also be conducting an investigation. The Football Association added, incidents of this nature have no place in our game, and we will work closely with the match officials, the clubs and the relevant authorities to establish the facts and ensure the appropriate action is taken. Yeah. I'm glad he was fucking banned. Stadium ban. About fucking time. We'll just read a few more comments and I'll bring the guest on. Right. Right. Warren again. He needs to be banned for life from all football. Well, looks like he's banned, got stadium ban anyway, so anywhere. He can't go to any match. Which is right. Stephen there again happening in all that. Yeah, I read all that. I think I read that before in all leagues, 100% unacceptable, yeah. I would also like to see him jailed, yeah. Should be. I mean, it's hard when it happens online, but now on crowds, it's out of control, harsh punishments. Yeah. Yeah. Warren again, I know a fan who sits in that area of the ground, and everyone in that part of the ground is glad to see the back of him. Definitely. Kev Flavin, be up to you, bro. Thanks for coming in, sir. Great win for you lot, Sunderland. Amazing. We got you in a couple of games, so we're fucked, I think, if we weren't fucked already after that first game. But anyway, probably going to lose to you as well. But anyway, Kev Flavin, it's shocking. This seems to be happening more and more in society. Exactly. Yep. Unfortunately, it's never gone away. And I don't know whether it will go away, unfortunately. I wish it would, but because we're having to talk about this instead of the game of football, which, you know, we're all supposed to love. And, okay, it's not the game we used to know from years gone by when it was probably a bit more entertaining, some of it. But it's still football, and there's still some good football played at times. And certainly in this game it was, you know, an actual game of football took place as well. But anyway, I'm going to bring my guest on. Obviously, that's Manny, and hear his opinions. Obviously, briefly as well, because obviously we don't want to go into this too long, although it's an important thing to talk about. But obviously, I want to move on to other subjects as well. But obviously, and he apparently has an idea how we can end it. I don't know if that'll ever happen, but apparently he has. Obviously, I want to hear your opinions first on what happened there. And then obviously, your idea of what we can do. Be up to you, sir. Hope you're well.
Steve, very good.
That's great. Great start. The audio's gone. Well, it's not mine anyway. Right. Well, something's gone wrong with his audio. So, by the way, I will be putting the link in here a little bit later on. If anyone else wants to come on and talk about it, I will put the link in. Give him 10 years in prison. Exactly. Well, I would say life, to be honest. There we go. Right. Okay. I'll add you back, Manny. Please. I hope your audio's good now. Be up to you.
It should be good now. I hope you can. Yep. It should be good. Brilliant.
Yeah.
So, as far as your first question is concerned, there's really nothing I can say that you haven't said. And the sad part is, it's been going on for so many years. And I think you nailed it brilliantly when you said it never really left us. And these chants against players, these racist abuses being directed against players has been going on for quite some time, not just on the field, but even off it. One of the, I don't know if we have a Newcastle fan in the chat. I know that Kev is a Sunderland fan, so as a Weirsider, he's probably not too fond of the Tynesiders, so to speak. But when Shaka Hislop was playing for Newcastle, the chap, of course, who went on to play for West Ham and Portsmouth and also starred for Trinidad and Tobago in the World Cup, he was, of course, a part of Kevin Keegan's Newcastle team back in the day. And he told the story of how he was going to a petrol station to fill his car with petrol, and he was being abused by a bunch of very young Newcastle fans who were calling him all sorts of horrible names under the sun. And then when they realized who it was, they said, "Hey, it's Shaka Hislop. Let's get his autograph." And that really stung him to an extent that he decided, I need to do something. We need to do something, stem the tide of racism. And that was when he, had the brainchild for starting the Show Racism the Red Card Foundation. And obviously his efforts have been widely praised over the years ever since. But it's like every single year as the game has gone on, we hear more of these abuses. And the sad part is, I don't think that this will be the last. We can keep naming and shaming all of these idiotic fans who see it fit to indulge in this sort of, I don't even want to say tomfoolery. Because that word doesn't do it justice. Banning these fans will only, embolden more and more individuals, I fear, to do this. And the sad part in all of this is the club also just doesn't seem to be taking any real proactive action. It's very easy, Steve, to, just say that all of you miscreants are going to be banned for life from ever coming to watch us play. And, you don't represent our club. And agreed, one stupid idiot that shouldn't be allowed to represent the entire fan base, but it is often said that one rotten apple could very well spoil the whole bushel. And the sad part is that as a result of it, the reputations of clubs do in fact get besmirched. Now, these fans, of course, claim to love their club and they love the game, but they clearly don't like footballers who don't look like them, if that makes any sense. And the sad part is that Semenyo is going to be just one more number added to the score, as it were. And this segues into my idea. Clearly, the biggest bugbear that I've mentioned is that while clubs are very happy to take reactive action in terms of banning players and also banning fans, rather, and if fines are willing have to be paid, they will be paid. Even fines which are paid, the amount that they would have to pay is the type of cash they could throw away in tips, quite frankly. It just doesn't do anything to solve the problem. And you also mentioned that the fellow was in a wheelchair. He might have been, on medication, or he might have been drunk. Well, that's again another reason why the idiot should not have been allowed into the ground in the first place. Because if you are drunk, if you are under the influence, if you are not of sound mind or sound body, and I'm not making fun of his disability at all, if you really aren't in a fit condition to watch a game without, acting like a jackass, you shouldn't be there at all. It's as simple as that. And you've besmirched the name of your club. So my solution, cutting to the chase, is clubs have now really got to, take a little bit more and more proactivity in making sure that they, ban these people. Not just ban these people, but also do their bit to make sure that this type of idiocy should never, ever be prevalent. And I remember telling Warren in an interview I did with him once that if ever there were to be a salary cap induced by the Premiership, maybe you wouldn't have a situation where players would be paid such big salaries, but he said that it was rather impractical because most of them would end up moving to more lucrative leagues. But with this proposal, I'd like to think that there may be some sense to it. And this proposal is a points deduction. If there are any clubs whose fans see it fit to indulge or engage in this sort of behavior, then clubs will be docked as a sort of a ballpark figure, 1 point per game. And when it comes to clubs like Liverpool and Manchester City, or even other clubs that will be seriously competing for the title, points deductions can definitely hurt in the final analysis. Because we've had situations, Steve, where clubs have been deducted points for financially irregularities. I'd like to see a situation where, if an event such as this takes place during the season, then Liverpool get docked 1 point per game or somewhere around about that mark. So instead of Liverpool getting 3 points after beating Bournemouth, they end up getting 2. And a lot of fans are going to say, well, that's not fair. Why should our club have to suffer? But I would say that it's probably the only way, one of the best ways that we will end up, discouraging this sort of behavior. Because let's also consider hypothetically, if Liverpool get docked this 1 point, and this 1 point proves to be the big difference between them defending their title and coming in second, do you think that fan will live with himself? Do you think that fan will still continue to feel proud of his actions? Will that not be a much better deterrent to other fans who wish to engage in that sort of idiocy? I'd like to think so, because there's no way. There's no way that if they truly love their club, they would indulge in that sort of stuff. And I see what Warren is saying. If you behave like this in the theatre, a cinema, or other sports events, it shouldn't be on the theatre to get punished. It would be the perpetrator who would be punished. But then that's going to. I would say, with respect, that going to see a film at the cinema or going to see a play at a theatre is a different experience to watching a football match, because it's sport. You're actually competing for something big, and as a fan, you want to see your team win. As a fan, do you want to be the one responsible for your team failing to win and being docked points because of your idiocy? I'd like to think not. The reason why I'm making this proposal, Steve, and I'm sure you might have a lot to say about this, and I'm willing to hear your opinion, and if Warren wants to come on later and further dissect what I have to say, then I'm all ears. At least it'll be something that will be seen as something more drastic and more proactive, rather than simply reactively, fining these fans, banning them from the stadia. Because again, you're just going to see these actions being repeated. If these measures were effective right now, we'd see an end to all of this stuff. But we're not seeing an end to all of this stuff. What we need to try and do is make sure that we do see an end to it. It is going to hurt the clubs if they are made to suffer with a points deduction, and I do understand what Warren is getting at here. But it's probably one of the only drastic, disruptive ways I can think of to make sure that the fans realize, hey, if we indulge in this sort of nonsense, we could hurt our team. Because as much as they may hate other players, as much as they may hate other teams, they are supporters of their own team, I'd like to think. And then if they end up getting, if their team ends up losing and they end up getting, ostracized even more as a result of it, at least people will probably learn from that. We have to try and do something to, solve the problem. Now, I know Warren obviously disagrees, and I respect his opinion. I'm willing to hear what he will have to say. And I think you might also disagree. And one of the things which I do like about your club is that I don't know if there are any racist chants among fans over at the G-Tech from your lot. But I know that with people like you around, you are definitely against that, especially given the number of black players that have played for your club over the years and are still doing so even today. So you are welcome to say whatever you want about my idea. And I think I can accept that maybe it won't be implemented, but it could also prove to be really, really dangerous for a lot of smaller clubs if, they end up getting a points deduction, which could be the difference between them staying in the league or being relegated. But then that it's the only way, in my opinion, that clubs and the wider footballing community can be made to realise the disgusting impact that racism has on the game and society. What say you?
Yeah, kind of. It's a decent idea, that, Manny. I will have my opinion. Warren's saying, Steve, I will come on if you want me to, and I will give you my perspective on this matter. But someone who has been to thousands of football matches down the years. But yeah, I will bring you on very soon, Warren. I'm just going to go through what I sort of think. Yes, it's okay. You've got to do something, and I agree. I like what you're trying to say there. You've got to come up with some solution. There has to be some solution to this, but unfortunately, I don't think that's going to happen. And then also, you see what happens with these big clubs that have had done misdemeanors of certain things. Man City, for one. And I will pick up on that, all the things they've got away with over the years and not been dot points or moved down the league, fined. Well, they may have got fines, but that's fuck all to them, isn't it? A big team like that who can pay all that money. That's nothing. That doesn't hit them where it hurts. And, they should be dot point. I mean, it's like, you get these other smaller clubs like us or something. They've got to watch out for PSR. Who can't go over the top when buying players. The likes of other teams have got that. Everton, Forest have got all that, have had that, where they've spent big and they've been done by the FA. Because, basically they're trying to set an example. And they can't do it with big teams. They're not allowed because they know these bigger teams won't want it. And they find a way around it anyway because they have got the money to sort it out. We all know that. We all know they get away with things. And it's because they got the money to do it and the lawyers and so forth to get away with all this shit. But the thing is, right, this guy, well, he didn't give a shit about the actual club itself anyway, does he? Because if he did, he wouldn't keep going in there saying this shit and doing this shit. So he obviously don't give a fuck about Liverpool anyway. So, and the fact is, he's done all this before, and so why do they fucking keep letting him in? It doesn't make sense, Manny, and I just don't get it.
Exactly, Stephen. I'm sorry to cut in, but
already.
Yeah, I'm sorry to just cut right in, but I just want to make this very clear. It's also been mentioned that the chap was, under medication, or could have been under medication, or he might have been drunk. But then if you continue to let him in again when he's clearly in no fit state, I mean, what does that say about you as an institution or an organization where you keep allowing such riffraff in? Surely now we might end up having to have a situation where, drug tests or alcohol tests are going to be performed on certain fans. And we might have to go down that road. Just like, the policeman will pull you over on the motorway and try and check your blood alcohol content. We might have to start doing that with fans. You can't have a situation where these fans are allowed to do what they want to do, but also the clubs have got to pull their weight and be a bit more responsible. I'm sorry for cutting in, but please go back to what you were saying.
No, I just think it's terrible that you can be allowed to get away with it. I mean, and some people have been allowed to take things into the ground. And, I mean, the weapon situation, I mean, they seem to manage to get the weapons taken away, I suppose, or something. But then also you get the laser pens. They still manage to get them into the ground, and you can see them flashing at a player on the ground, and that still happens. But all this is just fucking terrible, and it shines a terrible light on Liverpool Football Club that they've allowed this to happen, and a very emotional time with the thing with Jota going on in all these games that, as we all know, sadly passed away from a bad accident with him and his brother. And we're getting all the tributes in these games, and it's all sad what's happened. And we're all trying to get through that emotion. There's all that emotion, and then some dick brain who don't give a fuck comes in and keeps saying all this shit that should have been, that deserves to be in the Stone Age, this sort of language and talk that was from years ago. I mean, we still had it going on through like the 80s, 90s. It still happened. And it's still going on to this day. I mean, okay, at times it wasn't, it got a little bit better. And we did have it really, really bad, probably like you could say through, say, 70s, 80s, whatever, even sort of 60s and whatever. But, you know, it's not good. And why should it still be going on to this day in this era, this time, modern times? It's still happening. And I just don't understand how people can get away with it, especially a guy that's done all this in the past. And he's been allowed to come in. Why wasn't he, you know, disciplined or punished before and stopped coming to the games or whatever, you know? I mean, they could have said to him, they could have done something with him, put him in jail for a while and said, well, look, if you can't stop doing this, you shouldn't be, you can't come to a game anymore. You'll be banned. Nobody seemed to, you know, reprimand him or anything for his actions before. And, you know, people are thinking, well, it's a guy in a wheelchair. He's got disability. Well, maybe he's got issues. Maybe he's got all these problems with his mental health. But at the end of the day, he still just cannot say that sort of thing. He shouldn't. It's not allowed. It's a horrible thing to say to another human being. He may be a different skin colour, a different language or whatever to you. And you just cannot say that. It's horrible. It's nasty. And there's no place in it in life, let alone football. And, you know, I just think something needs to be done. I mean, I just don't think that thing you're saying will happen. Unfortunately, I just don't think it will. And it's terrible, but I mean, I don't know what they're actually going to do if they do anything. Because it could just carry on as it has done, and we're not going to get anywhere fast, are we? It's going to be the same shit again this season. You know, it's just rinse and repeat, Groundhog Day from last season and whatever. So I just know what's going to happen, mate. I really don't. And big up to you, Luca, by the way, in the live chat. Great to have you in here. And of course, Warren again, our colour's got nothing to do with it. The problem is that there is a large and growing group of people who have been deeply seated racist views. They have been empowered by recent political events in the UK. Exactly. And I think I will, I hope you don't mind, Manny, I'm going to bring Warren on. We want to hear his views, obviously, because he's got, you know, really big, strong views about this. So I'll bring him on and then we can hear his point of view and see if he's got another solution, maybe.
Yeah, by all means. I'd love to hear what he has to say.
Okay, mate. Yeah, I'm just putting the link in there now. And the link's there, Warren. You want to come on, buddy? You're welcome. I hope you can, because obviously you want to hear everyone's opinions, really. Anyone else wants to come in here, you're welcome to. It's in the live chat. We've still got Stephen in there, Stepsy there, and obviously Warren, and we've got Luca as well in there. And I Am Titanium, if he wants to come on as well. He's in the live chat. So anyone's welcome, really. Before, obviously, I want to keep on with a little bit of this discussion, but obviously we have got the football to talk about as well. But obviously Warren's here now, and I'll bring him on. Be up to you, buddy. Hope you're well, mate.
Yeah, I'm good, thanks, Steve. How you doing?
Yeah, cool, mate. Yeah, cool.
Can you hear me?
I hate having to talk about all this, but
yeah,
I hate having to talk about all this, Warren. Huh?
Can you hear me all right?
Yeah. Can hear you fine, mate. Yeah. Yeah, no worries.
Hello, Manny, you all right?
I'm good, thank you, Warren. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. Like everyone, I think I'm a bit disturbed by this, but I'm not surprised. And I think it's only going to get worse. The problem for me is that it's not a football problem. As I said in the chat, I think it's a wider societal problem in the UK. Unfortunately, Manny, you're not in the UK, I don't think, at the moment, so you wouldn't have first-hand experience of this. But first of all, we had the Brexit vote, where people were conned into leaving the United Kingdom, and I do believe that was the case. The problem is we've got a situation, and I'm going to talk about things that have got absolutely nothing to do with football, because what happened at the weekend and the other bits of it, the other instances of this racism and whatnot, are a symptom of a wider problem in society, right? Now, the issue is it all goes back, in my opinion, to the time of Elizabeth I, probably even back further than that, to the time of Edward I, when he decided that he wanted to colonise large parts of United Kingdom, and he tried to annex France and stuff like that with his like England über alles nonsense. And move forward 800, 900 years, and you've got a situation where you've got a politician. I am going to name him. I don't care. I'm sorry, Steve. But
go ahead.
There's a gentleman in the powers of the Parliament I think should be sitting in a prison cell, because those riots that we had last summer were provoked by him, and he did absolutely nothing to try and calm it down. And that Tommy 10 names, right? I'm talking about Adolf Farage.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
The man he's full on Nazi and racist. The man, he is an extremely dangerous character. And you've got the likes of Boris Johnson leading this country out of Europe. I have to be honest, my opinion about this is never before in the history of this planet has a country imposed economic sanctions upon itself. It is ludicrous in the extreme what happened in this country, but it played to... There's a large body of people in this country who hold deeply seated racist views, and it all goes back to this business when Britain had an empire that stretched like 3/4 of the planet, right? And it started with Edward I in the 13th century, right? People don't believe what I'm saying. Just go and do your research, read your history books, because it was an absolute nightmare. This man he invaded Ireland, he invaded Scotland, he invaded Wales, he invaded France. And the man was a nutter, absolute fucking nutcase. I'm sorry about language, Steve, but it's true.
Oh, well, I've done it enough. Don't worry about it, mate. I'm fine with it.
This carry on with these people going inside stadiums, they're not suddenly just developing racist views when they get inside a football stadium. Those views are their views in wherever they go in society. Right? If there's any flashpoints or incidents involving them, I can guarantee you racist terms are going to be coming out of their mouth. If they have an incident with another car driver, right? Because that seems to be a particular flashpoint.
Road rage.
Road rage, right? I can guarantee you if it's involved, that fella or anyone else was involved in a road rage incident that holds those views, they will be throwing out racist abuse when they're dealing with the other person if the person is of a different race to them, right? And these people, they need to do jail time and be forced to do education programs and need medical attention, because those views are so deeply seated in their brain. It's disturbing. And I've seen little kids, like children, 3, 4 years old, being told stuff by their parents about, oh, this race or that race. These people, in my opinion, should be neutered. If they have deeply seated racist views, I would neuter them. And I don't care if people think that is extreme. But we are not going to get rid of this problem out of society for probably 2 or 3 generations down the track if we start taking the appropriate action now. Because these people have been fostering these views inside them for years and years and years. And it's not a football issue. That's why I'm so dead against the clubs being punished. Because it's got nothing to do with...
It's not exactly their fault. No.
No. I mean, if they're not stewarding the matches appropriately and stuff like that, then, fair play, like punishment. There's been a number of instances in the Old Firm games, right? Particularly at Ibrox, where Celtic players will get coins thrown at them, bottles thrown at them. Players and officials on the Celtic bench have been pelted with stuff by the Rangers fans. And I've said for a long time they need to put up netting to net them in so they can't do that. Because they're throwing full-on bottles onto the pitch.
Yeah.
Darts and all sorts. And it needs to stop. And it's this business. It isn't about someone chatting out racist abuse. It's like hooliganism is on the rise. It's on the rise in Scotland and it's on the rise in England and all over the place. And it needs to be stamped out. But we need to take a long-term view at this and figure out why is it happening. Because it ain't a football. It's not because of football that it's happening. It's because of all these things I mentioned before, the likes of Adolf Farage and Tommy Ten Names and these people spouting this racist, xenophobic crap all the time. That man and his party should be banned because it's full of racist, right-wing, neo-Nazi nutters. When we were in the European Union, his party, they belonged to a group of other extreme right-wing groups, like the Lega Nord in Italy, were a racist, Italian neo-Nazi group who had similar views to Mussolini. That tells you the sort of people that we're dealing with, right? There's pictures online, if you look for them, showing Adolf Farage wearing Nazi uniforms, right? His school teachers, when he was at school, raised concerns about his extreme views. I don't want to make this a political thing, but it is. It's seated in what's going on in this country, in society in general. And this business and people spouting racist views is a byproduct and symptom of what's going on in larger society, mate. So I don't think the clubs should be punished. That's just my opinion about it. Because until such time as the root causes of this are dealt with, it's not going to get sorted out. It's like going out into the garden, right? If you do a bit of weeding, rather than pulling the weed out by the root, you just chop the head off it. It's going to come back. And this is what's happened. The racism has never, ever gone away. It's always been there, right? And, people like Farage, when he gets questioned about stuff, he'll turn around and he goes, you know what I mean. Do you know what I mean? And I just think this man, he needs to serve jail time.
It was terrible, yeah.
Because those riots last summer were all down to him. Like, coming out, I remember listening to him saying, "Are we being lied to?" Whenever, like, there was all that, like, uncertainty about where the fella who attacked that dance school had come from, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and there were a lot of people were saying it was an asylum seeker, rah, rah, rah. And he wasn't. Yeah. And he was like, Farage didn't want to believe it. And he was going, yeah, are we being lied to? Rather than saying, let's just wait and see what the police say, back in the police. He like was going, no, it's all a load of nonsense. Can we believe them? There were people, that was like a green light to these people. Do you know what I mean? And like Tommy 10 names as well. That there is a growing extreme right-wing movement in this country, and it needs to be shut down because otherwise they will win power. You know, and then the consequences of that, Steve, there'll be a war. There'll be a war, and then that'll be it. It'll be curtains. Because if we have another war, I can tell you something. The next World War after the Fourth World War will be fought with sticks and stones.
Yeah.
You know, the next one will be fought with nukes, and the next one will be with sticks and stones.
And then we're fucked, really, with the nukes, aren't we? Let's be honest.
Completely fucked.
Yeah, exactly. But, you know, so you don't agree really with what Manny was saying about the points deduction? You don't think?
No, I think it's irrelevant. It's just papering over the cracks. I think these people need to be banned for life from all football, and they need to serve prison time.
But he should have had that anyway. Let's be honest. He's done it all before. He's had previous. So why the fuck has he been allowed to get away with it all this time?
Exactly.
You know?
That's what I'd like to know. Because like I said in the chat, I know someone, and you know that person as well, Steve. Right?
Yeah.
That's a big clue to who that person is. They sit inside the stadium, very close to where that geezer sits. And she told me that everyone in that stadium is glad to see the back of him.
Yeah.
Because he's a problem. He's got previous for it. People like that shouldn't be allowed to go to football, mate.
What do you think about Warren's just said there, Manny? Do you agree with that? A lot of that?
You know, this is why I'm really happy that Warren's joined us, because you know, I always respect his views, and he's absolutely right in what he says about how it goes back even further, you know, historically and so forth, and how the ramifications are still prevalent today. And I agree that, you know, I call him fartage because, you know, he's full of hot gas, really. He is a bit of a gas bag, so fartage would be a nice name for him. And he should be rotting in jail, absolutely. And as I've said, you know, Farage and his buddy Drumpf in the US are both stochastic terrorists. They're the ones who fan the flames for all of these riots taking place. I mean, even in what we're seeing in the US now, he's almost literally trying to declare martial law, trying to send in the troops to these cities where crime is nowhere near as high as that bugger thinks it is. But, you know, history will remember them in a very unkind way, and they will be reviled long after they're gone. But, you know, once they're dead, they can't even feel any of that. I guess more than anything else, my opinion is, and, you know, we were alluding to this before the end, that fellow did have some previous of it. So if he wasn't going, it's almost as if that whatever punishment you give that individual on a personal basis, he's just going to somehow find a way to, you know, find a loophole to get around it. I'm all for individuals being banned for life, and I'm all for, you know, more action being taken. But we're just seeing it happening again and again and again. And sadly, even if, you know, we have a situation where these racists and neo-Nazis are taken out of power and their influence is completely, you know, taken away, you know, I just don't think we're going to get rid of it, because a lot of these people are going to just crawl back to their caves and then somehow be come out again, because there will be another Farage, there will be another Drumpf, quite sadly, and the whole cycle is going to continue, and it's going to affect society as it is. Now, obviously, there was another thing which UEFA have done with certain nations where, even their chanting is also every bit as bad. Whenever England go to these Eastern European countries to play, they're subject to a lot of racist taunts. And UEFA does see it fit to punish those countries in turn by having...
Remember Danny Rose? Was it Danny Rose? When he walks off?
Danny Rose,
yeah. Walks off.
Yeah.
And that could have happened. Semenyo was within his rights to walk off. He could have walked off, couldn't he? And the game was abandoned and rearranged. Because that has happened before. If England would have done that with Danny Rose, Southgate, whatever you like to say about him, the waddy prick Southgate that he was, but at least he got them to go off, all the players to walk off after that happened, and then the game was either abandoned or they rearranged it, whatever. So, that is another way you can do it.
Yeah, and most of those countries, in fact, are given stadium bans by which they're forced to play their national team games behind closed doors with no support. I think the away supporters might be allowed to come in, but I just don't know. And of course, if you go back to the 80s, there was an ugly incident when England played Brazil at the Maracanã Stadium in Rio de Janeiro, where John Barnes and I think another chap by the name of Mark Chamberlain was subject to some horrible abuses. I think there were bananas thrown by the people there. But that didn't stop England recording a famous 2-0 win with Barnes, and I think, I don't quite remember who the other one was. It might have been Mark Hateley, I think, who scored the second goal, if memory serves me right. But then, I guess the reason why I came up with that idea, Steve and Warren, and I want to thank you for clarifying everything. And maybe, you are correct in saying that the club shouldn't necessarily be allowed to suffer too much, but then questions do have to be asked in certain other ways. Is that we're seeing this thing just repeated again and again and again, and if we don't learn from our history, we're going to end up repeating it. I just don't know if, retroactive bans for supporters and fines by the clubs will really do very much. I just want to think of an idea, and I just don't know what more we can possibly do, because it's as if whatever deterrent you try, it just doesn't make it go away. That's my frustration about it all.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there was something else I thought of, but whether they could do this, I don't know. And that would rely on somebody else doing this as well. If they have buttons, if they have like an alarm thing, they get fitted with this sort of alarm. Every supporter that goes into the ground gets fitted with an alarm that they can't remove, obviously, and they get stuck, and they'd have to remove it afterwards. Somebody would remove it for them when they come out the ground. Would be an alarm where if they swore, the alarm would, they could press a button, somebody would press a button near them, and they could hear it, but then it relies on them doing it. If they really are honest enough and stand up for these other people, they'd have to press this button. I hear somebody swearing, and then the alarm goes off. And then we hear it, and then they get chucked out for good. They throw them out for fucking good, I mean, that's the only other thing you can do, isn't it?
Yeah, I just think, like, punishing clubs or countries, a country situation is a bit difficult. It really is, because you can't, unless these countries sort of sign up to something where they're going to deal with these people, because some of these countries, I don't want to say anything derogatory about them, but some of these countries will not. Like Russia, for example. Putin actually come out and praised the Russian hooligans, saying they were brave and that they should be held up and whatnot for their behaviour. I'm sorry, but that's the sort of situation that will happen if we get Farage running this country. And there's an instant overseas somewhere, it'd be having them in at number 10, giving them like a reception and whatnot.
Mm.
Do you know what I mean? I'm sorry, but I just don't think like punishing the clubs is the right way to go, because it's not. They're just football is a mechanism for people to go in and be able to spout these views, right? Because it's that, a lot of the stadiums you're talking about minimum 20 to 60 in the Premier League, let's say. Probably you're talking about most stadiums can hold between 20 and 60,000 people. I know United, holds about 75, but most of them are between about 20 and 60,000 there, give or take a couple of hundred, right?
Yeah.
That is extremely difficult to police. Right, it's a lot of people to try and have to police. So I don't think it's fair to punish the clubs as long as they have adequate resources on there, and trained properly, like stewards, and they're getting policing, because it needs to be ramped up, like stewarding and policing. Because I remember back in the day, there was always loads of stewards and police. Right, I got attacked once by a group of 3 Chelsea fans. Right, after an Arsenal-Chelsea game in the North Bank. Right, the reason I got attacked was because I was wearing. Back in the day, in the 70s, we used to have these hats, and there was for example, at Arsenal, it would be half Arsenal, half Celtic.
Oh right, yeah.
And then you'd also have, say, half Arsenal, half Rangers. Chelsea have always had a long association with Glasgow Rangers and Linfield in Northern Ireland, right?
Yeah.
They hold similar views about the union and anti-Catholic sentiment and all this carry on. I had an Arsenal Celtic one on for obvious reasons. I got approached by this little fella, and when he approached me, he had this coat on and he had all these badges on his lapels saying about the UVF, the UDA, and all this. And I thought, fucking hell, it's going to kick off now, right? And he started saying, "You dirty." The Rangers fans, when they're trying to abuse Celtic fans, they call us dirty Fenian bastards. And he came up to me and goes, "You dirty Fenian bastard, take that fucking rag off your head," and all this carry on. I was going, and he was quite small. He had greasy hair and glasses, and I just said to him, "Oh, fuck off, mate, grow up." And his 2 mates were with him, his bodyguards, and they were fucking growling at me. Next thing you know, these fucking 3 massive Met police officers come down. They saw what was going on, and they just fucking grabbed hold of him and fucking hauled him out the ground. And as they were hauling him out the ground, he was still shouting and screaming all fucking abuse and whatnot. And do you know what I mean? And I can guarantee you that fella from an early age, I'm talking probably from the minute he was born, he was being fed racist fucking religious bigotry into him. So it's deep-seated. That's the problem. And it's not the club's fault as long as they take steps to police and steward the games properly and take steps to root it out. Do you know what I mean? And I've got no doubt that Liverpool Football Club do that. Do you know, I'm talking about this incident with Bournemouth on Friday night. I've got no doubt that they do that, right? And there's adequate policing and adequate stewards. I mean, they got this fella out the ground, didn't they?
Yeah, in the end, but
there you go.
He was allowed to do it. He was still allowed to do what he did, and that don't make it right.
Yeah,
He's still allowed to do it.
And that is why I don't think Liverpool Football Club should be punished for it. right? Because it is not their fault that you've got a nutter going into that ground who is intent on fucking abusing people. Right? Yeah, I know people get passionate. Football is a passionate sport, but you don't need to get racist with it.
Oh, no.
Or like abusive to people. You could be passionate about your team and get behind your team and whatnot without resorting to that sort of carry on. Do you know what I mean? And these people, like I said, they need to be arrested, serve jail times, and be forced to take education programs. Because we need to, as a society, look at the root cause of why this has happened. Right? You know, because enough's enough, mate. It's been going on so long.
Yeah.
It needs to be. We need, and it needs a proper look at it. But the problem is, I'm not sure that the people that got the power to do this are that interested.
No.
They're not. They're all they're interested in. That's what I don't vote, Steve. I don't because I don't trust them. I don't trust the words out of their mouth. They're only interested in lining their own fucking pockets, as far as I'm concerned. If it was down to me, I would fucking ditch a lot of them. The only politician I've got any respect for now, there's a few, but now sadly they passed on. The only one I've got any time for now is Jeremy Corbyn. And that's because of the contact I had with him over that Liam Brady fiasco. Right? You know, in short, basically what happened with that, Arsenal put up this banner saying that Liam Brady was English. Right? Outside the ground. You couldn't have picked a worse country. It's like saying that
he's Irish.
Do you know what I mean? It's like saying that Benjamin Netanyahu is Muslim. It's just crazy in the extreme. And I approached Jeremy because Arsenal was in his constituency. And I said, listen to it. I said to him, listen, Jeremy, I know that you, as I, are a massive Arsenal fan. And I think you should be aware that Arsenal Football Club have put up this banner saying Liam Brady is English outside the stadium. And I said, I'm extremely concerned about what the Irish community in Islington will have to say about this. Because there is a sizable Irish community in that borough, right? And he came back to me within about half an hour of me writing this lengthy email to me. Because I said to him, listen, I understand if you don't want to act on this and whatnot. I'm not one of your constituents, blah, blah, blah. And he said to me, Warren, I completely understand. And he said, you were right to bring this to my attention. So thank you. All right. He then went off. Within half an hour, he'd emailed me back again saying, I've spoken to Arsenal and they're going to sort it out. My guess is he went and tore them off the strip, right? Because it was changed. I got one of my mates to go and check that they changed it at the next home game, and they did. So after that, I thought, well, this is the man that does what he says he's going to do. And that's what I'm asking of them, that they do what they're supposed to do and conduct themselves with the utmost dignity and respect for the people they're supposed to be serving. Because at the end of the day, politicians are there to serve us, the populace, the people who vote for them. We're not there to serve them. And a lot of them have got it arse about face, in my opinion, and that's why I don't vote. Because they fucking lie to us all the fucking time.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, I don't got a lot of things to say about the mayor. I can't stand that mayor we got now. I don't want him there. But there's not a lot I can do about it. I never voted for him in the first place, to be fucking honest.
The thing is, mate, he kept banging on about this publicly owned utility company.
Mm.
Where is it? How long's he been in power? I haven't seen sight nor sound of it or heard anything about it.
No.
First thing he did was to take away pensioners' like allowances for the heating and stuff. How dare you? A Labour Prime Minister to boot. It's disgusting.
Terrible.
All of them. I ain't got time for any of them, mate. All they're interested in is lining their own fucking pockets. And I'll tell you something else. If it was down to me, anyone who's got large amounts of shares in a public-owned utility would not be allowed to serve as a politician because there's too much scope for abuse and scandal. Because if they have to go and do a vote about utility companies, they ain't going to vote against the utility company, are they? Because it's going to hurt their dividend checks. No, man, it's all this politics in this country is fucking finished. And the sooner we get rid of them and find a new way for this country to be run, the bloody better, in my opinion, because it's a fucking shambles. And I'm sorry to have turned it into a political thing, mate, but I think in order to find a solution for this, we have to. It's not going to be solved by fining clubs and deducting points from clubs, because that's not the reason it's happening. The clubs aren't putting in place a thing where as soon as people walk through the doors, they've got these racist views. It's got nothing to do with it. Like I said in the chat, someone who goes into a restaurant or a theatre or a cinema and has a disagreement with someone from a different race, that isn't because the cinemas put that in place for that to happen. It's because the person is deep-seatedly racist. So it doesn't matter where you put them, this is going to happen. Whether it's rugby, tennis, it happened about a year or so ago. Wasn't someone thrown out of Wimbledon for shouting racist abuse at somebody?
Yeah, think so. Yeah.
There you go. Do you know what I mean? It's like, you're not. You don't hear these people shouting for Roger Federer to fucking have games deducted off his score It's crazy. It's not the answer.
No, but unfortunately, it seems it's going to rumble on, doesn't it? Unfortunately, and we may have to chat about this again at some stage. Hopefully, not in the near future, but I'm sure it'll happen at some stage. But what's your last word on this, Manny, before I move on? Because we've had a long discussion about this, but what's your final say on it?
Yeah, I mean, everything that Warren has said has sort of put everything into perspective. And, when I said what I said, when I gave my proposal, it wasn't necessarily to try to, avoid getting to the root of the problem. But I guess he and I both share the same frustrations that there's so much talk about getting to the root of these issues. And yet everyone seems to be trying to attack the symptoms. And yet I realize now that all I'm doing is, it's no different. But we're all frustrated, Steve, that there's just all talk about ending racism and there's no action. You can have all of these foundations like Show Racism, the Red Card, kick racism out of football or what have you. And yet you're still going to get all of these things. And what, especially when I hear his perspective on the Celtic Rangers derbies and the disgusting level of abuse that Rangers fans, haul at Celtic fans and players day in, day out. And I also want to call out this absolute pig, Piers Morgan, for calling Rangers fans a national treasure because they apparently were respectful enough not to, jeer the national anthem or they gave respect to her late Majesty Queen Elizabeth. He called them a national treasure. And I called him out saying, how dare you? National treasures do not hurl insults at Celtic fans, telling them to go back to Ireland, the famine is over, or say other crap like that. It's
Can I
disgusting.
say something about that, Manny? Thank you for saying that. Right, but Piers Morgan, go and just think about how your family would have been affected through 800 years of fucking forced labour, rape, torture, fucking theft from your fucking country, and see whether you'd be willing to applaud the national anthem of a fucking despotic, fucking invading imperial force. No, fucking no. I can't believe what Manny's just said about that. What that man said, it is fucking disgusting in the extreme.
Yeah.
No, fuck. And this is the problem. These fucking idiots like him, like that Piers. What was his name?
Yeah, Morgan. Piers Morgan. Yeah.
Piers Morgan.
He's an Arsenal fan as well.
Absolutely no fucking idea about. Read it. Go and read your fucking history book, Piers Morgan. It's a fucking disgrace. I'm getting really angry, Steve. If I'm not careful, I am gonna go into a massive rant about this. It's disgusting.
Well, he's an Arsenal fan as well, so fucking hell, I don't know. You do get them, don't you, at Arsenal? I'm afraid.
There with things like that.
Yeah, exactly. But I think we're going to move on, though, lads. To be honest, I mean, we've had a good discussion with this, and it's we may have got somewhere, we may not, but we probably haven't in the end. But in the meantime, a game of football broke out, believe it or not, and what a great game of football in the end, actually, 4-2 to kick off the Premier season. It was a great game. But I thought Liverpool was shit at the back. Shocking at the back, Liverpool. They do well. They got the scorers, people to go forward and score, the attackers, but they're shit at the back, aren't they? They're fucked at the back. They look terrible. And Bournemouth probably deserves something out of it. As much as I hate Bournemouth for what they've said. But, I mean, I think they probably deserve something at the end of the day, to be honest, out of this game. But Liverpool, well, Canate looks poor to me. Van Dijk may be finished. I don't know. I don't know if you agree with that, Warren or Manny.
Well, I would agree. Maybe not so much on Van Dijk, but Canate definitely looks as though, he doesn't belong at Liverpool anymore. That person has been making so many mistakes over the past few seasons. And there was a time when Klopp was manager that Jarell Quansah was being picked for big games ahead of him. So Slot really has a lot of work to do if he wants to, completely reshape this Liverpool team. I think he's already started to phase out Andrew Robertson, Scotland captain, of course. But, he's also started to look a little bit shaky last season. His best days could very well be behind him. You could very well say it was a clash between two teams with very iffy defences. And you've got to say congratulations to Federico Chiesa for taking that opportunity. He could very well end up becoming Liverpool's new David Fairclough, the super sub who would rescue lost causes, but who just was a little bit too erratic and unpredictable to be a regular starter. I do like the look of Liverpool, though, and I do think that Arne Slot will work hard with his team. And, he's earned his credit in the bank by being able to take Klopp's team that couldn't quite get it together in Klopp's final season and make them a little bit better. And now he definitely will have a lot more in terms of credibility, in terms of how he wants to, shape the team. He might have dropped a lot of money on Florian Wirtz, but Wirtz does look as though he's settling in. And once they start to settle in, completely settle in, I think they will end up, doing really well. But defensively, they do have some problems. Ironically, I think selling Trent Alexander-Arnold isn't one of them. They've replaced him well with Jeremy Frimpong, and they have good cover in Joe Gomez and Connor Bradley. And they really just do need to tighten up their defense a little bit. But clearly, I think you can see the emotion that's still riding high from Diogo Jota's tragic death, along with that of Andre Silva. Yeah. I think that is probably what will, propel them to really concentrate hard and do as well as they can this season. As far as Bournemouth are concerned, they've tried to plug the gaps in their own defence. Look, it's only one match, and well begun isn't always half done. but they do have a few issues, definitely.
Mm. What do you think of it, Warren? What did you make of it all, the game?
I think Warren's gone, mate. I don't know
Has he
why.
gone? Oh, he's gone. Yeah. But yeah, I thought it was a great game of football, Manny, to be honest, and very emotional. We obviously with Jota. You know, I think it spurred them on even more to go on and win it, I suppose. But it's just the defence that looks shocking to me, and that could be a real worry for them. Because if they don't score a lot of goals up the other end, they're going to get found out, Manny, I think. By a really, I'm not saying Bournemouth are a bad team, but a really great team are going to do them, aren't they? Going to really smash them up, I think, at some stage. If they don't sort that defence out, to be honest. And
Oh,
I think, yeah, I think they would win this. They're going to win this maybe at a counter again if they sort that defence out. I really do.
Yeah, but again, it is a big if. But, you know, that's probably another reason why there is also a September transfer window. And don't be surprised if there will be more activity during September than during the summer. Because there are going to be a lot of what you and I would otherwise call Band-Aid solutions more than anything else.
Yeah.
Some quick fixes to solve some problems. Yeah, Bournemouth are probably going to have to sort of try and look to see what they can do. And they've recently, of course, I think you might have read it in the news, raided Liverpool for the signing of Ben Doak.
Yeah.
So, you know, they're trying to become a little bit more well-rounded, and I think they're probably going to be a little bit careful not to make too many more purchases. They do still have a strong core, though. Many of their veterans, their midfielders and attackers are still there. They've upgraded on the goalkeeper, definitely. I think Warren will agree because there's no Neto, there's no Kepa, and they've got the Chelsea keeper, Petrovic, who in a fairer world would be Chelsea's number one at the moment. But I think they probably will struggle a little bit, but maybe they'll have a good run later, and then we'll see how they do. But they do look good going forward, and I wouldn't write them off. And Warren and I will remember that, you know, Bournemouth did the double over Arsenal. We were diabolical in both of those games. So you can never tell when it comes to the Premier League.
Yeah. Anyway, Warren, you're back there, mate. What do you make of this game, buddy? What do you think of it? The 4-2.
You're muted, Warren.
He's muted, yeah. Yeah, you're muted, mate. No. I just want to see what his opinion is of this game. Before we move on, obviously.
Oh, hold on. I'm back, I think. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Can hear you, mate. Yeah. Fine.
Well,
Go on, buddy. What do you make of it?
But I did say a couple of weeks ago, Steve, when we did that prediction show, that I thought that Bournemouth could be in danger of being relegated. And losing 4-2 at Anfield, like, that's a lot of goals to concede. You know, and I don't know. The thing is, Ben Doak, he's a good player. And it's a good signing for him. It's a bit of a coup, to be honest, because I really rate the lad.
We could have had him.
He's really fast. Mate, he's really quick, and he's going to terrorise a few defences this season. But I don't know. I'm not convinced about them. I don't think they're going to do that great this season. I don't know. I just think that Liverpool still aren't purring on all cylinders. And if they're scoring 4 and they're purring on all cylinders, it's a bit of a worrying sign, really. Because I actually think that they're going to win the league by quite a distance.
So do I, really. So do I. But he must be worrying, though, that defensive side, because they look vulnerable at the back, Warren, I think. They really do. And, you know, that could hamper them if they can't score goals, well, which they probably will score goals because they got what hell of an attacking force. Let's be honest, with Salah and Ekatiki and whoever else, Gakpo and whoever else they can bring in. You know, they are going to be rampant and dominant against sides, but at the end of the day, it's still the defence to worry about, isn't there?
Well,
You've still
there
got
is, but they're talking about trying to bring in Isaac, aren't they? Or Isaac.
Yeah. Well, that would be a great signing.
So I think they need a top quality defender because there's obviously an issue there.
Penalty's not the answer, I don't think.
No. And you don't know how much longer Virgil's got left in his legs. You know, he's been a great servant to the club, a great defender. But if I was Liverpool, I'd be trying to get Saliba out of Arsenal. Because I think that lad is world class, mate. I really do. I think he's holding that Arsenal team together. Because I know
it's right.
Linking him to a move to Real Madrid. If Arsenal don't win anything this season, I don't think they will. I reckon
he'll be off. He'll be gone. Yeah, he will be gone.
If he's serious about his career, he would have gone this season. And I think this is the year where it all starts falling apart in terms of players moving on, because that man is not going to win trophies. And I think if Liverpool really pushed the boat out, they could get Saliba. And I think him next to Virgil van Dijk would be perfect, because Virgil could like coach him and mentor him. Do you know what I mean? Because the lad's already world class. I think he's probably the best defender in the Premier League. And if they can get him in, it'd be a massive like signing for Liverpool. Yeah, and that lad, he's going to be a fucking handful for any defence because he's so quick.
That'd be a great signing for them, to be honest. I wanted us to get him, to be honest. We were linked with him at one stage, so. And we're not. We're going backwards. We're fucking linked with Neil Maupay again. Maupay. Fuck's sake. Oh,
no,
why?
Man. Why would you want to go and sign Maupay?
No, we've been there before, man. We're not go. Why do we go back there, mate? It's just fucking stupid. It's dumb. Why are we acting like a really small club? We shouldn't be anymore.
You'll be going into Ivan Toney next, Steve.
Yeah, fuck that. We ain't having him back either. Fuck that. No way. But it's just no, man. It's not going well. It's not right, mate. I'm fucking annoyed with it all. I really am.
What do you think you need, Steve?
Because fucking whole new team.
Huh?
I think we need a whole new team, to be honest, mate, and a fucking new manager, to be honest.
You don't need a whole new team. Like defence, I know you let him free against Forest, but I think it's fine. Do you know what I mean? Like, you know,
it was shocking.
Kelleher, you've got. Oh, he's gone. They've got Kelleher, Hickey, the Ireland centre back.
Oh, that's what happened, mate. Talking about Brentford, it's got me fucking going now, mate. I'm going off. I'm getting annoyed now.
I personally think your defence is fine.
Yeah, well.
For me, you need a defensive midfield player and another attacker.
It might not be if we lose Nathan Collins, if he goes to Man United or whatever, which there's talk about. Fucking Man United yet again.
They just
trying to nick one of our players. Fuck's sake.
It needs to stop, Steve. You need pull the shutters down. Just say no.
I know we should, but we keep fucking letting it happen. With this thing with Visser, it's just fucking doing me head in, mate. It really is.
But what do you think you need, Steve? Like, do you think you need a central striker, or do you think you need wingers? What is it you think you need?
I don't know, fucking prayer or something. I don't know. It's just fucking annoying. It's just terrible at the moment, mate. it was so shocking to get in that first half. I can't believe what I was watching, to be honest, against Forest. I thought, well, look, we ain't got Thomas Frank now, and you can see this guy. I think he's in a fucking, he's all at sea, mate. I really do. I think he's had it. It's Keith Andrews, to be honest. Because you see Thomas Frank, he was so proactive with what he was doing. You see him getting the board out and putting it, moving this and moving that. He had his mind on what he was going to do before any shit happened. He was on the ball. He knew what he was going to do. And this guy, I'm not so sure. I just ain't got a fucking clue now. I thought, well, yeah, I know he's a novice. I know he was a set-piece coach and that. But, you know, he just don't seem like he's got a fucking Scooby. What's going to happen? And it's sort of, you know, it's thrown it into, all, you know, now we need to get something against Villa. And that's not going to be easy either. And then Sunderland, who won 3-0 against West Ham, playing every player up in the fucking world.
The only thing I'd say about that game against Forest, Steve, is you did have a few players out injured, didn't you?
Well, Damsgaard was off with his wife having a baby, so that's why he weren't there.
Yeah.
So who's the other one we had there? Well, Shardy came on, and they weren't quite fit. I don't think.
Aaron Hickey didn't start, did he?
He came on in the second half.
So that's three.
Trying to think.
Starters, if the whole team, the whole squad fit, would it have been the team that faced Forest? Because I don't think it would have done, mate.
No. Well, Yannick's been out as well. He's got a heel injury or something.
No, that's nearly half the team.
Yeah. But now we got Ratara in. So there is hope, I suppose. You know, a bit more attacking. I think hopefully we get Trossard. I still want us to get Trossard.
Yeah, well, he's a good player, mate. And the good thing about him is he can play in multiple positions across the front line.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? He can play like left, right, centre, and a number 2. He can also play number 10. Do you know what I mean? He's quality, mate. For me, he's Arsenal's best attacker, but I think he's definitely fallen out of Arteta. No surprise there.
No, it's not a surprise, no.
No.
And I think he's only going to be about 18 million or something, isn't he? Apparently. 18 million.
It's a bargain, mate. I'd go and get him. I don't know what the delay is. Just sort it out.
Yeah, but Villa are after him as well, aren't they? That's the fucking problem. So no doubt.
No, put 25 mil down on the table and say we'll take him.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I would go ahead and do it straight away. I would have done it by now, but I'm not them, unfortunately. I wish I was fucking. I'd something to do with it, mate. I would do it all.
If you sign him, right, and get him in that team, you watch how his performance will improve since he was at Arsenal, because his form has dipped alarmingly at Arsenal in the last year or so. And it's not an uncommon theme at Arsenal with these players. Suddenly, for some unexplicable reason, their form dips. Now, for me, I think I know what it is, right? The manager, because they keep rucking with him.
Yeah.
He doesn't know how to treat people. He doesn't know how to manage people. He doesn't know how to coach people. He's got no idea about tactics, right? All of this stuff is going to piss people off, right? He's all over people like a fucking rash. You see him standing there, like going up into people's faces, shouting and screaming at people. Does he really think that is going to motivate players?
No.
Because it wouldn't motivate me. I would just fucking stand up and deck the cunt if that.
Exactly.
I'd say, you fucking want me to play for you? Fuck off. I want a transfer and I want it tomorrow.
Was that what Aubameyang done that, didn't he? Aubameyang. Didn't he do that? Punch him or something?
As far as I know, he decked him.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't blame him.
On his arse. And that's why Aubameyang got out of the club.
Yeah, well, I'm glad. You know, good luck to him, credit to him for doing that, because you know, he should do that, and I don't blame him at all. What I see of him, he's a right arrogant little bastard, a cunt, and I think he's, I don't know, I don't know why you still got him there. I really don't. Fucking clown, absolute clown.
Let's be honest about it, Steve. He shouldn't have been appointed in the first place.
Well, no,
he didn't have the CV to go being the manager of a fucking club of the size of Arsenal. Fucking Tranmere Rovers, probably. No disrespect to Tranmere, but do you know what I mean? It's a fucking joke. We had Carlo Ancelotti banging on the door saying, "Yeah, I'll do the job."
Yeah,
Wanted to fucking come, and we turned him down in favour of this prick. I just fucking, whenever I think about it, I just cannot fucking get my head around it.
Yeah, it is hard to understand.
Football perspective, it makes no fucking sense.
But
when you factor in that the fucking owners were trying to fucking move the club lock, stock, and fucking barrel to the United States of America, then it makes perfect sense. Because they wanted a manager who wasn't going to cause them problems and rock the boat, and who would do what he was told to do. And that man is Arteta.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but we don't want to turn this into another discussion about him and the fucking Arsenal.
No,
so
exactly, mate.
Let's move on. But
again.
But one other thing I will just want to mention, you know, from that Liverpool game we were talking about, did anyone see that? Either of you guys see that thing with the handball that was missed? The guy handballed it on the halfway line. Was it Liverpool? I'm trying to think of the guy's name. The defender. Was it one of the new ones? I think he handballed it. No, not Liverpool. Sorry, not Liverpool. Bournemouth. Sorry. I think it was Bournemouth, and he handballed it. Did you see that?
No.
And they let it go. And it was a free kick the other way for some reason, apparently. And the guy handballed it on he put his hand out there, the fingertips, to stop it going through, and they done nothing about it. They don't fuck all about it. VAR didn't get involved, and they give a free kick the other way. I think to Liverpool or whatever.
Don't fucking get me started on VAR, Steve, because
it's fucking terrible, disgusting.
I'm going to have a fella on my channel soon that no one's ever seen before. Right? Yeah. He's a big mate of mine. He's a Norwich City fan, and he's got similar views to VAR as what I've got. And I think he will be destroying this nonsense.
Scrap the fucking thing. What I think. Scrap it. Scrap it. Doing nothing.
Especially this fucking offside thing. People are now being called offside because their fucking nasal hair is in an offside position. It's fucking ridiculous.
It's fucking mad, mate. It's gone. It's nuts.
Clear fucking daylight between the attacker and the last defender for it to be deemed as being offside. It's just
and then delaying it. You can't delay it either. Players get injured when you delay it. You get fucking injured. Delaying it. And then you got to put it up straight away, the flag. I have automatic offsides if you're going to do that. Have automatic.
The thing is, VAR was supposed to be brought in to assist the referees to do their job.
Yeah.
What's happening now is the fucking VAR has taken it over, left lock, stock and barrel. All the referees doing is dishing out cards.
Yeah.
Making sure free kicks and throw-ins get taken from the right spot. That's all they're doing.
Well, with that penalty yesterday, did you see that? Leeds and Everton. That was never a penalty. Tarkowski. What was he going to do with his arm? He's got to take his arm off or something.
This fucking handball rule. That's another thing that's pissing me off. Right? Handball, it was fine. The rule was fine the way it was. Put it back to the way it was.
Yeah.
Right? What it was handball if a player was deemed to have seemed to be gaining an advantage was looking to gain an advantage by handling the ball. It was clear as day. That was what it was. And that's all it needs to be now, right? Now, if the ball hits someone, either deliberately or undeliberately, inside the box or outside the box, is a fucking handball. If it's inside the box, it's a penalty.
Yeah, yeah.
But you can be like literally a yard away from someone, kick the ball deliberately at them, at their hand, and you can get a penalty. How is that fucking right? It makes no sense to me whatsoever. Yeah. It's fucking insane.
Exactly. It is. It is fucking terrible. The way it's got.
It needs sorting out, mate. This offside rule and that fucking handball rule are two. The third one is all this fucking jostling and free kicks and corners.
And holding.
Wrestling and fucking whatnot.
Yeah.
Like any other part of the game, they don't even need to get fucking breathed on and they go down like a fucking sack of spuds. Suddenly, when it's a corner or a fucking free kick, they're fucking wrestling each other like it's WWE or something.
Yeah. It's football. It's not that. Fuck's sake. I mean, they used to go to the ball, didn't they? It was a corner, free kick. The defenders used to go for the ball. Let's just go for the ball. Now they're holding the players.
How is this being allowed to happen, Steve? The people are allowed to fucking literally fucking haul each other to the ground and the referee does nothing about it. And I have to say, mate, I know you're a Brentford fan and fair play to you. I like your club and all the rest of it. But it all started that fucking Friday night when Brentford's first game in the Premier League with that foul on the Arsenal goalkeeper that never got fucking given with that goal that you scored from the corner.
Oh, yeah.
Leno got fucking... he got manhandled in the penalty area. And after that, it all fucking snowballed from there. We've now got a situation where it's like fucking WWE inside the penalty area. As soon as there's a free kick or a fucking corner. It is mental. It should not be happening.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then, like, all this business with the, what is it? What was it? The fucking players cutting holes in their socks and that.
Yeah, I know.
All that fucking nonsense. Just get fucking bigger socks.
Yeah. Yeah. There's so much wrong with it nowadays, ruining this game, I tell you. It's just fucking gone mad. I don't understand
players not fucking like attacking, so-called attacking players on the left or the right. Not wanting to fucking take players on and beat a man.
It's negative, isn't it? It's negative. Going backwards, sideways, not forward.
That game on Sunday at Old Trafford was one of the worst games of football I think I've ever seen, especially that second half. It was shocking. Arsenal should have won that game. If they'd gone up there and gone for it, they could have fucking steamrolled that Man United team. Because
United were a better team, though. They were a better team, United. They had to hit the post and everything, didn't they? And
because Arsenal stood off them. They will take a few spankings this year because they're dog shit. That midfield, United midfield, Paul Merson was fucking spot on.
Yeah.
There's nothing there. They've got all these like fucking top players up front, these strikers. But they've got nothing behind them to create anything for them. It's dog shit, mate. They are. I said to you at the beginning of the season, they're not careful. They're going to be in relegation trouble again.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Probably. I mean, don't just go move on. You had one shit season. It still lingers, doesn't it? What a season you've had, it doesn't move on, does it? You can't forget it. You had a bad season before where you finished 15th. You don't suddenly move on from that, do you?
No, and the problems at United aren't just with the playing staff and the fucking manager. They keep having all these fucking top drawer managers going in there, and they all keep failing. It's for a reason.
Mm.
Do you know what I mean? Because I don't care what anyone says. I think Ten Hag was a decent coach.
Yeah,
It's
I
just
do.
like-
He won them 2 FA Cups. They won 2 FA Cups under him.
With
You know?
that fucking squad of players.
Yeah.
Do you know what I
And it
mean?
was
And
great, wasn't it?
everything else that was going on behind the scenes, the fucking
Yeah.
leaky roof, fucking all the bullshit in the
Rat shit
boardroom.
and
Huh?
all the rat shit on the pitch and everything, wasn't it? And all that.
Yeah,
as well.
exactly. It's just
Stuff, yeah.
like people not fucking trying.
Mm.
Do you know what I mean? And like all the rubbish that was going on in the background at the club, and he still won the 2 trophies, which is more than what Arteta has done at Arsenal.
Yeah, exactly.
By the way.
Yeah. But
So-
anyway, getting back to this, it's the Villa won, Newcastle, no goals, and team. I think it started off well. I thought Newcastle probably should have scored a few here. I thought they were probably the better team to start with. They just got no striker now, have they? Since Isak don't want to be there, they left him out. They got nobody up front there that can score. Newcastle, that's the problem. And Villa just, I don't know, Watkins didn't really do a lot. And obviously they had Konza sent off, ex-Brentford. So we won't face him now against Villa on Saturday. So maybe, do you think we got a chance against them, Warren, Villa, on Saturday?
Is it at home?
Yeah, it's at Jeter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think you have, definitely. But I can guarantee you something. Ollie Watkins will score.
He always fucking does. He always scores against us. Always. But, we got to get something out of the fucking game, after what happened the other day. So it's not going to be an easy one, really, let's be honest. They'll probably have Martinez back, no doubt. Manny, you're number one. He'll be back, probably, for that game on Saturday.
Yeah.
But,
and I probably will go so far to say that this draw that they had against Newcastle will have given them a world of confidence, because when Konsa was sent off after another moment of madness from, Matthew Cash, I mean, Cash really once again saw his value go down, pun intended. It's as if you want to play a sort of a high line, you can't afford to play a back pass. That's defending 101, really. You can definitely say that Newcastle had their chances to win and found a replacement goalkeeper in Marco Bizzo, who proved that he was no bozo, in decent form.
Yeah.
And even after Konsa got sent off, they shoved Boubacar Kamara into the back, and he dealt with everything reasonably well. If Konsa hadn't been sent off, Villa would probably have gone on to try to win the game. Now, of course, they're going to talk about the big issue with Villa is PSR. They've recently had to let Jacob Ramsey go to Newcastle, sold him for about 40 million quid to try and help with their situation. And I've no doubt that by September, they're going to want to try and get a few loan purchases in. They need to stay away from Nicholas Jackson. They've got this French striker in Guessant who looks pretty good. And I think Watkins will come good again. When they had Rashford and Asensio last season, they looked really, really good, it has to be said. But Emery now has to try and make sure that the team still needs a little bit of tweaking, and Ross Barkley being injured hasn't helped them. They look a little bit slow and static, and they're trying to sort of, ease their way in. But I was predicting a draw, a 2-2 draw, or they could have lost. So it wasn't bad for Villa. And I think they could. If I want to give an early prediction, Steve, I might have to go for a very tight 1-goal win for Aston Villa, maybe 1-0 or 2-1. But I also wouldn't discount Brentford's chances. Brentford against Aston Villa is always, more often than not, a very tough game for both teams, and an interesting game to watch. But Villa need to solve some of their problems with trying to tweak the squad within PSR limits. Newcastle also need to have a striker. If they're not going to play Isak, they need to get someone in ASAP. But
Ollie Watkins.
Yeah, exactly. They're probably still going to get Visser, I would think, but I don't know. That's still dragging on. That's rambling on, that thing with Visser. He's took all his photos down from Insta, everything to do with the club. He's an absolute wanker, as far as I'm concerned.
We should be fucking frozen out the club then.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even lay him at the
Definitely.
ground not to do training. If he wants to do training, he can fucking go and do it on his own. Why don't you go and make a bid for Ollie Watkins, bring him back to Brentford?
Will he come back though, mate? Probably not. He's probably happier with Villa, where he knows he might actually win something possibly there or whatever. So I can't see him.
In addition, Warren, he's going to cost Brentford an arm and a leg. He's been one of their star players over the past few seasons, so Villa are not going to let him go on the cheap. They knew they had to sell someone.
They've got the money. They've been sold in Bremo for what? Neron's. How much was it, Steve? You sold him for?
Was it 65 million?
There you go. You're going to get in the region of 40-50 for his strike partner. So you're talking about a kitty of over 100 million. So it's not like they ain't got the money. I reckon if they went in with an offer of about 60 mil, he'd do the job. But it depends, Steve. Would you want him back?
Well, I think we would. I mean, he's a goal scorer. He's a fantastic goal scorer. He still get goals and he keeps scoring for us. But I just don't know whether he will come back. I just got a feeling he wouldn't. And now we're off to fucking Mopai. I just don't get that. I really don't.
I would like to have seen him at Arsenal. I have to be honest.
Yeah, well, you could have had him, couldn't you? You could have had him, I think.
Well, Arteta's torpedoed the deal. It was done. And he pulled the plug on it. And now we're stuck with this player, like this fella from Sweden.
Gyökeres, yeah.
Yeah, like he's only played in the English Championship. He's not played Premier League. We need a Premier League proven goal scorer.
Yeah.
I don't think that I saw him against United. I'm not convinced, mate.
Yeah. It always helps if you get Premier League proven experience, like we got with Tara and that now. We brought him in on Bournemouth, and obviously if we get Trossard and whatever, we got Premier League players that know they played in it. So
it's a sensible thing to do because they know the league. They don't need time to settle. The only thing they need time for is to get used to the playing style and the role that you're going to ask them to play. That's it. They're not going to have to fucking acclimatise to the weather or the fucking, the club or whatnot. Sorry, the league or whatnot. Do you know what I mean?
It's a tough league. It's a tough league to get used to, isn't it?
The way football's played in this country is different to any other country in the world.
The Farmers Leagues, like Scotland, and sorry, man.
No, but that's another one. It is similar to England in that it's very physical. In fact, it's more physical in Scotland than it is in England.
Oh, I suppose it is. Yeah. Scottish, isn't they?
Fucking hell! You see some of the challenges that go in up there. Jesus, if you were to do that in Germany or Spain or Italy, you'd be looking at a fucking 6-month ban from the game. Do you know what people get away with in this country compared to what go on overseas? The game's refereed completely differently here. Yeah,
definitely. Yeah. Anyway, Manny's got to go, so we'll say, do you want to say your socials or shout where we can find you before you go, mate, Manny?
Yeah, first of all, big up, Steve. Thanks a lot for hosting this stream and having me on, and also big up to Warren. Wonderful to hear your perspective as always. It's as if you are literally an encyclopedia of footballing history, and I love hearing what you have to say. Catch me on Instagram and Threads at Manny Thangatherai 1981. Catch me on Twitter at Thangatherai 1981. And if you want to catch me on YouTube, I will be here, of course, on the Buzz, but more frequently, of course, on the channel where Mr. B chats England cricket. And maybe in the next few weeks, we will be looking forward to the Women's World Cup and also having a lot of discussion about the upcoming Ashes in between, and definitely what a lot of people have to say. Also, catch me on Norris Talks Football. We will have a stream later on tonight where we review the game week and have a lot to talk about there.
I'll be on there as well.
Looking forward to see you there. And all I can say to everyone is thanks a lot to everyone who's been in the chat. Do please subscribe to The Buzz. Do also subscribe to Mr. B Chats England Cricket if you're enjoying England cricket. And also do subscribe to Warren's Team Talk. Really good channel with a lot of wonderful content, has to be said. And nothing much else. Hopefully this issue of racism in football will, be tackled once and for all. I mean, all we can do is hope. As John Lennon said, I may be a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. And hopefully, if we join each other, the world will live as one. How we could do with someone like him today. Apart from that, all I can say is just enjoy the rest of your week. And just look forward to the sporting action taking place this weekend. And as always, take care of yourselves, be safe and be happy. Do unto others as you'd have others do unto you, and don't do anything that Mr. B, Warren, or I wouldn't do. Until then, farewell, adieu, God bless, and goodbye.
Yeah, cheers, buddy. Thanks for coming on. And, right, so I don't know what's happened with Warren, where he's gone.
I'm
still there? You are still there. Oh, must be. Oh, I'm still on the thing, am I? I was meant to take him off the bloody thing, wasn't I? Off the solo. Oh, bloody idiot. Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute, Warren. It's on to you now. There we go.
There we go.
We got it. We got there. But anyway, thanks to Manny. Some good opinions we spoke about with that racism, but there's a lot to do with that, as you say, Warren. I think it's all to do with society, the way it's going in life anyway. So, unfortunately,
mate, I just think it would be. It's not going to solve anything by just deducting points and
no.
punishing clubs. I just don't think it's going to work.
No, definitely not. No, you can't punish the clubs. It's these individuals that are coming in. But they should have dealt with him anyway. They should have said he couldn't be coming in anymore. They should have. Why they didn't deal with him to begin with when he was doing all this shit before, I don't know. Don't make sense. But
no, it doesn't.
But still, getting back to this was down to 10 men, Villa, and they still got a draw. So shows how Newcastle are struggling as well, isn't it? No striker up front. So it's I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do, but whether they get Visser in, I just want him to go. I've had enough of the fucking prick, to be honest. He's just causing trouble at us.
See, this is a similar situation with Newcastle as well. They're having the same problem with Isaac. Both of these deals are going to go through, mate. I'm telling you. Because it's not going to resolve itself, is it?
No, it's not. But yeah, it was a dead game, Luca. You're right, mate. Definitely, it was, bro. But yeah, let's move on to another one and a better one. I hope. Yeah. Well, Brighton and Fulham. Oh shit! What's happened there? Not even much left here, mate. There we go. Brighton and Fulham. And a last-minute equaliser from Fulham there, 96th minute. Very lucky to get a draw, wouldn't they? Or do you think it was about even, about right? This game?
Mate, I only over the weekend I only saw one game. Well, sorry, saw two. I saw the Newcastle game, and then I watched the Arsenal.
Man U Arsenal.
Yeah, I did a little video about it. I gave the team a little bit of a pep talk.
I watched that. Yeah, I will be watching it. Don't worry, man. I'm going to check that out. But I haven't been watching it yet.
No, I really did. I gave for a proper full-on pep talk.
Yeah, man. I'm going to watch that. I'll definitely check that out.
But yeah, this one, I don't know. It's nice to see Matt O'Reilly scoring a penalty.
Yeah. He was Celtic, wasn't he? He was Celtic. Yeah.
He's a good player,
Another
mate.
good player. Mm.
Huh?
Another good player, isn't he? Yeah.
Yes, he is. He's a very good player, and I'm not surprised because he's quality. But
do you think? What do you make of these teams? Do you think? I don't think they're going to be up there. I don't think Brighton are going to be up that high this time.
I don't know, mate. It's difficult to know with them because they're very up and down, aren't they? And you know, Fulham. I rate Fulham. I think they're a decent outfit. I know you're going to hate me for saying that because it's the local rivals and that, but you know, they are. They look. See, Matt Riley got man of the match.
Yeah, deserved it.
Can we just have a chat about this?
Yeah.
Right, it's men's football. Means only men can play in the teams. So why are they calling it player of the match?
I know. That's another thing, isn't it? It's woke, isn't it, mate? Now that's what it is. They're changing it all. It's got to be PC.
It's not like these women playing on the pitch or grey aliens or fucking like Nordic aliens or fucking any other fucking chimpanzees or gorillas or whatnot. It's
that's what it all used to be, man in the match. You used to get that. It was always man in a match, wasn't it? You always got that.
When the women's game is played, call it woman of the match.
Yeah, or call it player of the match then. Call it player of the match then if you want to, but not. This is men playing, so it's man of the match.
There's no women fucking playing; they're not allowed to.
No.
Steve, the way things are going, mate, I reckon.
Yeah.
Maybe another 20 years, if not sooner, there'll be mixed games.
Yeah.
I'm pretty much convinced that's going to happen because the amount of physical contact that is allowed now compared to what it was like when I was a kid is like hugely different.
Yeah, I think they play at schools, mixed ones, don't they? Mixed teams at school and whatever and elsewhere. So I wouldn't be surprised if it happens in proper sport now, in proper football. So
going back to this thing about player of the match, I don't understand why they're doing it.
No.
It makes no fucking sense to me because
I
actually sit down with one of these people who are in positions of power at the BBC and ask them why they're doing it. Because there's no women playing in the game. So why are you calling it player of the match? It makes no fucking sense.
Exactly, yeah. Exactly. 100%. It's just it's weird. It's just another stupid rule, another stupid thing coming in. And that's not good. This thing, Brighton fan. I didn't realise this happened. Brighton fan dies after falling ill at Fulham game. That is sad. 72-year-old man has passed away despite the best efforts of emergency services, club staff and the medical team on site. Yeah, very sad. RIP. All condolences to his family and friends and everything. That's horrible. That does happen. We see it a lot. Actually, see that a lot last season, Warren, as well. People having illness at the games and
I do still feel really bad about that because I remember I went on a bit of a rant about it during one of my Saturday shows, about games getting delayed for it and whatnot. Because back in the day, mate, games never got delayed.
No.
With this carry, I'm sure that people would get taken ill at football back in the day.
But nothing was made of it then, was it?
No.
Nothing was really said.
See, that's another good point as well. I think as well there's an element of this business about racism where it just shouldn't get reported. It shouldn't get reported because I'll tell you why. Because if you report it, you're making this person into some sort of celebrity. Do you know what I mean? They're like their names everywhere. Well, possibly not, but like you make a thing out of it, and you like it's making a big thing out of it. Whereas if you ignore it, these people, they're not, you know, they'd be going to the pub. That was me. I did that with all their mates and whatnot.
You know,
yeah.
You're giving them more spotlight and more, you know.
Yeah, exactly. That's my whole point. Don't allow them to fucking glory, shine in the glory of it, because for them, they'll see that as fucking something glorious. Do you know? Oh, yeah, that was me. I did that. Yeah, fucking brilliant, wasn't it? And then there'd be mates going, well done, mate. Fucking someone had to say it.
Laughing and joking about it all,
Yeah, exactly. Whereas if you ignore it, like, I'm not saying brush it under the carpet and don't do anything. No, they definitely should not be done that. But like giving it publicity gives people like ideas about other people like who have like got similar views, like Oxygen to go and do it and stuff like that. I just think it should not be publicised. Just fucking, because back in the day, Steve, I'm sure you can remember. Like, when there was a game live on TV and like violence broke out in the stadium, the cameras would go on it. Like you'd see the fucking fans rampaging across the terrace and kicking the shit out of each other. Yeah. Right? Now, if it happens, they don't show it. They don't put it on. You don't see it. You hear about it. Oh, there's a bit of disorder at the other end of the ground, but they won't put it on the camera. They won't put the camera on it.
Like if a streaker comes on now, they wouldn't show a streaker anymore, would they? Huh? If a streaker come on, they don't show that anymore, do they?
No, unfortunately not.
Well, if it's a woman, unfortunately, but obviously you don't really want to see a bloke with his tackle out, do you, running on the pitch, really, to be honest. But I feel really sorry for the guy and his family, but why? Why do we need? Like, it must be upsetting. Like, if one of their family members, like, was like looking at the game on the BBC and they scroll down and see that, it's going to upset them. Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Don't fucking. Why do we need that to be put on that?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's been the same when they've had a player gone off. Well, I mean, you must remember that thing with the guy that collapsed on the pitch and died, obviously. Is it Vivian Furry or whatever his name was? The guy that died.
I remember it happening live, mate.
Yeah, on the stretcher.
With my ex, because she's from Colombia, and they were playing against Cameroon, and this guy, there was no one around him, and he just fucking collapsed. He just went down. Yeah. It was weird. Do you know what I mean? And then he died.
Mark Vivian Furry, wasn't it? His name, yeah. Yeah, I remember it. It was horrible. Yeah, you could see him on the stretcher, lifeless. He was just laying there. Tried to put his arm up, it collapsed, fell down. The arm fell down, lifeless. He looked terrible, horrible. But these things happen. It was horrible. But then again, I don't think they should have focused on it as much because it's horrible for people to watch it. And it's like when they had the bad injuries. You remember when when they had the broken legs, like Ramsey and whatever, when that happened. And who's the other one that had a really bad, Eduardo and all that. With their legs broken,
I'm still fucking convinced that was as a direct consequence of all this talk about Arsenal are a soft touch. You rough them up a bit and they'll fucking fold.
It was that Shawcross. Shawcross. He done that too. I think it's the Ramsey, wasn't it? Was it Shawcross on Ramsey?
Yeah, one of them. The one at Stoke was particularly bad because the Stoke fans didn't think that the Stoke player had done anything wrong. I think it was absolutely disgusting.
But it was. It was. I think it's terrible. Going over the top, and some of them now they give like they stop for. There's nothing in these fouls. Some of them, And you think, well, why are they giving them yellow cards or red cards? And then the ones that going over the top and look like going to break the guy's leg, you know, they do nothing sometimes. And you think, why? It's fucking disgusting, you know.
I know. But this, Steve, this game, I was shocked by this.
Well, we got them soon, Sunderland. Not after this next game, we got them. And that ain't going to be good for us. If they're fucking doing this, well, it's only West Ham, isn't it? But, you know, they got hammered. The Hammers got hammered. But, you know.
Was it at Roker Park? Sorry, the Stadium of Light.
Yeah. Yeah, that's where we got them. We got to play them there at the Stadium of Light. We're done,
well,
mate.
They're going to be fucking rocking when you go up there, mate. You know that, don't you?
Yeah.
Because
we're fucked, I think.
They're confident this is going to be sky high, especially if they get another positive result in their next game.
Yeah.
If the game's leading up to the game where they play you, you know, they haven't taken any heavy beatings and, like, you know, it's, you know, been all right, then that game could be really tricky.
They got Burnley next, so they're going to beat them, aren't they? Let's be honest.
Well, imagine so, wouldn't you? But
West Ham have got Chelsea. Yeah, even worse for them, isn't it? Crikey. But then again, Chelsea drew a blank, didn't they, yesterday? So, or was it Saturday? But, you know, no, it was yesterday they played, wasn't it, Chelsea? That was 0-0. With Palace.
They lost 1-0 to Leeds, didn't they?
Oh, Everton lost 1-0.
Yeah, sorry, yeah. Who did Chelsea draw with then? Or Leeds?
With Palace. 0-0.
Right. Oh, yeah, that's right. And that goal, fella had a goal disallowed. What was
I
that?
didn't understand that.
Free kick disallowed.
I didn't get that. Did you, that rule? That was apparently the rule.
What happened? Well, I just saw it'd been disallowed and I haven't been able to figure out why. You got to be.
It said something about within 1 yard or something of the guy in the wall, and I thought, what the fuck is that? And they showed the rule come up. They said it's been a rule since 2019. Apparently, you got to be within 1 yard of the guy because he went over that guy, the other guy in the wall, pushed him over like that, and he's got to be within 1 yard. He can't be within 1 yard of him or something. And I thought, what? Stupid.
That don't make no fucking sense to me.
No, fucking dumb.
You see people doing that all the fucking time, leaning into walls and all sorts.
Yeah. I don't see it. I don't understand it. It should have been allowed for me. I thought that should have been allowed, but
it was a decent free kick as well.
Yeah. Well, it's Eze again, isn't it? He done that was against us. Do you remember against Brentford last season? And that one disallowed.
That's your man. You go and fucking get him. Go to Palace and put 35 mil down on the table. You'll get him.
Yeah, we should. But I think Spurs might get him somehow. But I don't know.
Why would you want to go to Spurs ahead of Brentford?
Well,
I mean, let's be honest about it.
Well, they're going to win something.
Really big in the Champions League. They're going to get fucking dumped out of that.
They beat Burnley, but then it's Burnley, isn't it? So, they beat Burnley, didn't they? 3-0, but then that's Burnley, isn't it? It's nothing. They're nothing special, are they?
Well, it's not a proper gauge of how they're going to do. I know they've got your ex-manager there, and he's a decent manager, but.
Yeah, I wish we had him back, mate. I wish we had him back, to be honest with you. I want him back now.
Well,
Frank.
I did have concerns about this manager that you've got now.
Yeah, so am I.
On his CV.
Well, I'm going to give him a few games more, and I'm going to give him at least till maybe the Chelsea game or something. If he ain't turned it around by then, I'm going to fucking go for him, mate. I've had it, you know. I'm not going to stand it anymore. Because
gamble, like taking on someone with no fucking managerial experience.
Yeah.
Why do these people think it's acceptable to go and put in applications for jobs where they've got no fucking experience of ever doing the job before? Go, like, learn your trade at a lower level and then come and make the application, like, later on down the track.
Mm.
You know,
We could have had big range.
Going to Leighton Orient or fucking, I don't know, Hayes. Or
Yeah.
Well, no, but do you know what I mean?
Mm.
It's taking the fucking piss.
Yeah, we could have had Big Ange, couldn't we? We could have had him, you know. Big Ange.
I think he's like in fucking Greece somewhere now, Big Ange.
Yeah. Yeah, we'd had him, mate. He said we were waiting our second season, mate. My second season. Yeah. Fucking win it.
Yeah, won a trophy. Because he always wins the fucking trophy in his second season, mate.
Yeah, yeah. We ain't going to win fuck all with this fucking Andrews.
It would have been a bit tricky around the time of the Ashes, though, Steve.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, is he like cricket? He must do, isn't he?
He's a massive cricket fan. He was at Lord's when they all kicked off. He was. You know, they showed footage of him in the members area or something. And he was getting a load of shit, I think, from the members.
You won't give that to him, would you? He'd be fucking have you, mate. He's a big shit, isn't he? He's a big fucker, that guy. So
I wouldn't fucking mess with him, mate. He's a big old boy.
No, he's he means business, doesn't he? He's fucking serious. But you know, you see him in the interviews and that. He gave some interview a tough time, didn't he? That was interviewing him last season.
So he'd had a few run-ins with this fella before.
Yeah.
And he said, "Listen, mate, I ain't no clown."
And
fair play to him.
Yeah, listen, mate, I ain't no clown. You're not entertained. You're not entertained. Yeah.
It reminded me when fucking Wenger went for that report at that time when he said to him, "Why do you look at me?" And the bloke turned back and said to him, "Well, because he's your press conference arson." Fucking hilarious.
Oh, yeah, that was, mate. Brilliant. But no, well, this is Sunderland look like they've been business, Warren, somehow. They seem to be buying up everyone.
That Ballard, he's not related to Jimmy Ballard, is he?
Oh, it's Jimmy Bullard, you mean? Yeah. That's Bullard. Yeah.
Oh, Bullard.
No, this is Ballard, mate. Ballard, yeah. Jimmy Bullard is the other one, Bullard.
Yeah. You ever seen the footage of him when he was going up against Douglas Ferguson?
Oh, yeah.
It's fucking funny.
Yeah, you fucking must be mad to do that. You must be dumb to go up against Fergie, isn't it? A big guy like him, you know. Fucking hell. He was a nut on that Duncan Ferguson, wasn't he? When he was playing.
He was, but fucking fair play to him for what he did at Inverness Caledonian Thistle. Did you hear about that?
No, I didn't know.
Administration, they had no fucking money. They had to lay off loads of staff. And he went in there to manage the team and didn't take a salary. Just fucking did it out of the kindness of his heart for them. I thought, fucking fair play to you, mate, because there's a lot of ex-pros wouldn't have done that. Like League One level in Scotland. Do you know, it's like the third tier of Scottish football. And he just went in there. They had no money. They'd got put into administration. So, like, people were getting laid off because the club had no money. And he went in and managed the team. Didn't take a salary. Fair play to you, mate.
Yeah, he's fair play to him, yeah. Brilliant. Yeah. You know, to do that. But, yeah, Spurs there, 3-0, easy against Burnley, wasn't it? Piece of piss, that, really. Men against boys, you would say.
Richarlison scored too, so he's up and running.
Richarlison. Fucking hell. Yeah, well, one of them goals really good, though. Yeah, over a kick, I think it was. He scored the second one, Richarlison. But,
Kudos 2 assists.
Who's that?
Kudos.
Oh, Kudos, yeah. He's quality, isn't he? He's quality. Yeah, he went off the ball, I think, at West Ham. But I think he'd be good at Spurs, and they're getting other players. I think I think Eze might be going there as well. So looks like they're going to get a few more in there.
Get him, Steve. Like, go in, just fucking put the money on the table. I think Brentford, my perspective on it, is they need to be a bit more aggressive in the transfer market.
Well, they do, but
no,
I
but
don't know why they're not.
Fucking sticking it on people. Do you know what I mean? Like,
be nice.
Bang. Do you know what I mean? Why not? What they got to fucking lose?
Look, we're too nice for them. We're too friendly, mate. That's what it is. Why are we fucking friendly, you know?
They need to be more aggressive with it.
You are a Premiership team. You're not your Premiership team. You're not a fucking small team anymore. You're not like a league. Why can't you just fucking go in and you know, be ruthless and fucking say we're having him, we want him, we want to do this. We're not letting him go. We're not doing it. You know, they don't do that.
It's when Arsenal went in for Norgard. If I was Brentford, I would have gone, no, you're not having him. But while you're here, what about fucking Declan Rice? How much do you want for him? You tell it, you name your price.
Yeah.
You're having a laugh. You want to know how much do you want for him? Because we'll take him off your hands.
Yeah. But, you know, we ain't going to do that. It's just, I don't know, we've gone so backwards, Warren. I don't know what's going on, man. It's just, you know, where we were going.
Kane was going to be leaving Spurs to go to Bayern Munich, right? And there's talk of a £100 million bid from Bayern for him. I was saying, go to Arsenal, should go to Spurs, offer him 110 million, put it on the table, because it will fucking destroy him.
Yeah.
Arsenal can go in, your biggest fucking rivals, go in and fucking take your best player off you.
He'd go there and all, because he used to play for you lot, didn't he, years ago?
He used to be an Arsenal fan. He's got pictures of him online wearing Arsenal kits and whatnot.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? We've done it again, though, with Sol Campbell all over again. Do you know, like, get their best player and fucking out of the club and onto your books? Like, go to Fulham and get their best player, Steve.
Yeah.
And it'll fucking really unsettle them, because it'll mean that you can fucking go to their club, get whatever fucking player they've got, and there's nothing they can fucking do about it.
I'll go to Fulham and get Harry Wilson so he can stop fucking scoring against us, basically. I'll just fucking buy him.
Go to Arsenal and get the giraffe out.
Oh, fuck's sake, yeah. So, you see him, he came on yesterday, didn't he?
Yeah, I know. He was fucking dog shit there as well.
Yeah. Yeah, mate, but he's no, we don't want him. No, fuck that. But yeah, this was easy for Spurs. I don't. Do you think they're going to win anything this season? I know you hate them, Warren. Well, I don't blame you, but
no,
do you think they could win anything?
I don't see it, mate. I have this thing about Thomas Frank. I think he's a really good manager, but I think he's too nice. I just have this feeling that when push comes to shove, if he needs to be ruthless, I just don't see him doing it.
Yeah.
I really like him as a manager, Steve. I really do, but I don't know. There's something missing from his game. I'm not sure that he's ruthless enough. Yeah.
Well, I think he was like that with us, to be honest, as well. So, they got Man City next this Saturday. So we're going to find out what he's made of there, I think.
The thing is, that'd be interesting because Spurs have in recent years had a really good record against Man City. So it'd be interesting to see what happens.
Well, I rated what Man City done. They swept the floor with who's it? They beat Wolves, wasn't it? 4-0. So, but then it's Wolves. I don't think they're that special. But you know, it's
in danger of going down, mate.
Mind you, there we go.
Half the teams that we've talked about today, they're in danger of going down.
Yeah. Yeah,
But I
well,
think it's going to be a real tight battle down the bottom of the table this year. I really do.
Well, after one game, it's, you know, you can't say much after one game, can you? It's, you know, what's going to happen. But
it's losing at home 4-0, it's not good, is it?
And they've hit the ground running, City, haven't they? They come back, you know, from a shit show last season. And their new players, this Reinders and Cherky and all that, all doing well.
Well, and then they've still got fucking Rodri to come back because he got injured. He was back and then he got injured again, didn't he?
Yeah.
Happens. Like, how many times have we seen it? Right, players go out with a long-term injury and they come back for a couple of weeks and then bang, they're out injured again.
Yeah. Yeah, when he said about that, he complained about it all, didn't he? About the schedule with players. And it's too much. But, you know, you're a professional footballer. You get paid a lot of money. Why do you moan? Why are you whinging? You know, we'd love to be on that money, wouldn't we, Warren, what they're getting?
Yes,
you know?
Certainly would. And I've applied for a few managers' jobs down the years, Steve, and not got them. I applied for the Notts Forest job. I still haven't found that letter. When I do, I'm going to...
You'd be the new Brian Clough, you would, wouldn't you? Doing that one. You'd be the new Brian Clough, wouldn't you? Going in there.
Fucking people around here running on the pitch.
Listen, young man, you do what I tell you.
Doing all of that. Hey, listen, why do you go to... why do you go to a cobbler's? Oh, to buy a pair of shoes. Why do you go to a newsagent's? Oh, to buy a newspaper. So you mind telling me why it is that you keep going to that in town? You know the story I'm talking about, Steve.
Oh, yeah, I do,
Cluffy, like,
he was something else, mate. He was a one-off. He was.
Mark Crossley on Leave It to Football. That interview, like, that day when they had him in the studio talking to Keane and fucking Neville, and I can't stand Neville, but
no, I can't either. But
that and Ian Wright, that was fucking hilarious because the stories that Crossley was coming out with that club, he was going, he was standing on the touchline going, "Hey, shit house." Apparently, he made him go play a Sunday game for his son's team, right? And he stood on the fucking touchline going, "Hey, shit house!" He kept calling him shit house, Jigsaw, and what was the other name? He had about 3 or 4 names for him. Apparently, he called him Jigsaw because he reckoned every time the ball come into the box,
he went to pieces.
He went to fucking pieces.
Oh, God. Oh, he was brilliant, man. He was a one-off. Total genius as well.
He was.
Knew what he was doing, you know. His football.
You asked any football fan of our age in this country, who was the greatest England? He was the greatest manager that England never had.
Never played against England. Yeah.
Everyone would say Brian Clough. He fucking he never got that job. When Ron Greenwood got the fucking job, I'll never know.
He managed fucking Leeds, and they were like, they were dirty shits, weren't they? Dirty fuckers, half of them. What they got up to.
He had an obsession with fucking Don Revie. That's the problem.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, that's it. Don Revie, yeah. Sorry.
He wanted to fucking outdo what Don Revie did.
Yeah, Don Revie, he was the Leeds manager. Sorry, yeah, Don Revie. But I remember, do you remember that when they was on that show together? What was it? Interview with who was doing the interviewing? Somebody was interviewing. They were both on there, Clough and Revie.
Yeah, it's on. You can find it on Google. That's on YouTube. It's fucking hilarious because it's in that film, The Damned United, as well.
Yeah.
That is a brilliant film.
Yeah, I thought it was David Frost that interviewed him. I thought it was David Frost. That interviewed him, but it wasn't.
Some fella from Yorkshire Television, right?
Yeah, that was it,
They fucking had the pair of them on right? And like they were talking about Leeds, right? And their disciplinary record, and Cloughie was fucking absolutely caning like Revy.
Yeah.
Like discipline, because they had fucking terrible discipline problem, right? And like Cloughie was going to him, well, you've got a problem. He said you've like topped the disciplinary charts for the last 3 years.
Oh god. Yeah, I know. I remember it. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I don't think that'd happen nowadays. You'd have like, say, if you had somebody like Mourinho and someone else, in the studio together.
Like having Mourinho and Wenger on the fucking show.
Yeah.
Together.
Oh, imagine that. They'd be at each other, wouldn't they? You remember that when they had that set two on the touchline? They had that. He was, Wenger was pushing him and all that. Was it Mourinho, wasn't he?
Exactly.
His time. Yeah, yeah. That was brilliant. You don't see things.
And Wenger and Ferguson. Well, they have appeared on TV together before now, but it's only after like Man United just fucking left Arsenal in the afterburn of their success. Like Arsenal weren't a threat to them. That it all calmed down, because all the time that Arsenal were a threat, it was a problem.
Yeah. But they sort of become friends in the end, didn't they? Did they sort of become friends? I think they did in the end. But
this game, Steve,
no love lost.
Chelsea Palace.
Yeah. Well, Chelsea, you got all them big players there, and they couldn't score against Palace. So I don't know. I don't know what to make of them, really. You got great players there.
I want to know why that free kick was disallowed.
Exactly, yeah. Well, it was that thing about the 1 yard thing. You can't be 1 yard within a player. I don't get it, to be honest. Does it say anything about it here?
There it goes. Scroll back up. Scroll down, mate. Right. Eze was denied a brilliant free kick goal and potential fairy tale ending in what could be his final appearance for Crystal Palace in the goalless Premier League draw at Chelsea.
Yeah, it says, however, the strike was ruled out by referee Darren England after a VAR check because Palace defender Mark Gahey, also linked with a move to Liverpool, was within 1 metre of Chelsea's wall when the free kick was. Oh, what? That is fucking
That's fucking bullshit. Because I've seen on countless times players, opposition players, fucking leaning into walls. Like, since how long has that been a thing? And how long have people been? How many times have people been pulled up for it, Steve?
Not much. That has happened a lot, and I thought that's only one or two occasions, maybe it's happened. That's stupid. That's a dumb rule. I wish they apparently it's 2019 it come into being in 2019. I thought no, get rid of it. Scrap this fucking rule. It's shit. It's terrible.
Like they're quite happy to fucking have WWE fucking nonsense going on at fucking free kicks and corners. It makes no fucking sense to me whatsoever.
Well, no, I don't understand that, but there we go. It seems to be allowed. Why? I don't know. But I remember the good old days. They used to just go to the corners. The defenders used to go to the ball, didn't they?
Yeah.
They weren't bothered about anyone else.
I remember years ago, right, I was at Highbury watching Arsenal playing Notts Forest, right, when Cloughie was managing Forest.
Yeah.
Kenny Burns was in. Arsenal had a free kick. No, I think Forest had a free kick. Anyway, after Arsenal and Forest had this free kick, and Kenny Burns was like fucking behind one of the Arsenal players. He fucking nutted this Arsenal player who went down like a sack of spuds.
Yeah.
He fucking headbutted him.
Yeah.
So, I just don't get it, mate.
No.
Do you know what I mean?
No, I don't either. But I mean, look, 250 million attack they got Chelsea, and they can't score a goal. Fucking hell.
Well, it says a lot about the man's coaching, doesn't it?
Yeah, exactly. But I'd feel sorry for Palace if they lose their players now, because they could lose a few there. Eze, Wharton,
Well,
Gahey.
I mentioned there is Eze and Gahey.
Yeah, and Wharton as well. He might be off as well.
Well, they could be one that would be struggling down the end of the bottom of the table if that happens. But I do think, Steve, that I know I keep saying it. I think Brentford should try and go in and get Eze.
Yeah, I would and all, but it's not going to happen, Warren, somehow. It's not. I don't think it's going to happen.
Why?
I don't know. If it was me, down to me, I was the manager, I'd fucking go in there. I would get him. I would do it.
But why do you think? What do you think the reason is as to why they wouldn't?
I don't know. I really ain't got a clue. I mean, the thing is, right, we're supposed to have this backing now of money behind us with this Sir Matthew Vaughan and Gary Lubner. We're supposed to have the investment now. Why can't we go and do it? Why are we not allowed? It just seems weird. I mean, I know it's PSR and all that bollocks, but
Who's pumping all this money into Brentford?
Well, Sir Matthew Vaughan and Gary Lubner. Sir Matthew
Vaughan?
Sir Matthew Vaughan, not
Right.
Michael.
Not Michael.
No, not Michael. No, but Sir Matthew Vaughan, who's a film director and whatever. He done, the Kingsman films and all that. He done all them. And Lock Stock. He done Lock Stock. You remember? You want me to paint you a picture? You remember that one?
Yeah.
And all that. And what was it? And the other guy, Gary Lubner, who's part of Enron, not Belron or something. I think he's with.
Yeah.
Right, like that. And and they pumped about 400 million into the club, and yet we can't go and get these big players. So I don't understand it. I really don't.
Sounds like to me someone's got their fucking finger in the fucking till.
Mm.
Do you know what I mean? If you pumped in 400 million, surely you can afford, and they've spent, they've recouped, they've got in something like, well, they're going to be getting in near on 100 million on the sale of two players.
Right,
surely they can afford to go and pay 50 mil for one from Palace. I'd go in, actually thinking about it, why don't they just go into Palace and put in £100 million bid for Eze and Gahey?
Yeah. Well,
why not?
We could.
Get Gahey playing at the back with your man, the Irish captain.
Collins.
Yeah. And get Eze to play up front with Thiago.
Yeah. It sounds great, doesn't it? But it ain't going to fucking happen, is it? Unfortunately. I love it. I'd love to see all that. I really would. It's just somehow we're not. And they said some of that money.
The thing is, I can't see Palace turning down a bid like that. I just can't see it.
Well, I can't, but it ain't going to happen. It's in fantasy world, I'm afraid, mate. Unfortunately.
Well, you're club, mate, but that's what I would fucking do.
Well, I would do that. If I was in charge, man, I would fucking do it. But unfortunately, I'm not. And I ain't got much say in it, unfortunately. So, I'm just a humble fan.
Let's talk about this.
Suffering fan. Sorry, mate?
What did you think?
What, this? I felt like topping myself pretty much when I was watching this, to be honest. That first half, I felt like fucking doing myself in, basically. I was just so fucking annoyed. It just terrible. It was disaster, shit show, the first half. We didn't start. We were slow, getting going. They fucking were on us like nothing, like out the traps. They were on us, mate,
Well, they scored a goal after 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And then they didn't score again till the 42nd minute. So there was a good half an hour when you were managing to keep them at bay.
Yeah, we had one or two chances as well. Rico Henry made one of those with a great run, getting past. He's like a new signing, he is. And obviously Hickey, when he comes back, but he has played the second half. But I thought, you know, they are like new signings when they can get. I mean, you forget how long they've been out. Both of them have been out, 2 years nearly almost. Something like that, out of football,
So
out playing for Brentford.
they need to have their minutes managed then, don't they? So
Exactly,
they need to be brought in gradually. You can't just fucking bring someone into the starting 11 from scratch if they've been out for that length of time, because they're going to fucking break down again. That's what will happen. So fair play to Brentford to fucking like introduce them slowly, because I know from the fact from talking to you that Aaron Hickey his minutes have been managed for quite a while now. Like towards the end of last season to now. Because I've been saying to you, what's going on with Aaron Hickey? What's going on with Aaron Hickey? Because I want to see him back in the blue shirt, mate. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yes. But I don't want to.
Mainly, but yeah. But you as well, in Scotland. But yeah.
Getting badly injured again and fucking having his career threatened. Because it's not right. It's not. And I'm glad to see that Brentford are like fucking treating him with respect and like managing his minutes so that he can come back and not break down again, because it's not fair. Because he's only a young fella.
He is, yeah. He was in the early 20s, I think. So yeah, he's still got a long way to go in the game, and these injuries aren't helping him. It's hampering him. So unfortunately, and he's quality. He's a quality player, no doubt about it. Another top one you got for Scotland. Him, Tierney, Doak. You got some really good players, believe it or not, Scotland. So
the only thing we need is a decent striker.
Exactly.
We could do some damage, but we don't seem to be able to produce one. But that's another story for another podcast, mate. Because the way we produce players is fucking shocking. It really is. I could fucking go on a massive rant about that as well.
Yeah, but that one that you're on about, Ben Doak, he's a great player, and Bournemouth get him. Well, that's
they
it.
can have a player on their hands, but it's whether that manager there's using him properly, and whether he's going to have other players around him that can help him do damage. Because I'm not convinced, mate. I'm not. I'm still not convinced that they're going to struggle this season.
Yeah, probably. You're probably right. I mean, they'd probably be down there with us. So,
anyway, Steve, you are not going down. I'm telling you now.
Well,
I think, I reckon you'll finish about 10th, or if not higher.
I'm not quite that convinced, Warren, to be honest, but I think at least maybe 12th or something like that. But I don't think we're bad enough. Well, at the moment we are. But it's one game. We've got to find out. We've got to look. We've got to come back. We've got to bounce back from this. And now see how we get on against Villa. And, we've got to try and get some results together. Sunderland ain't going to be easy either. So, we've got to somehow...
There's no easy games in the Premier League, Steve. Let's be honest with that. Right? And the thing is, Brentford have got decent players in the team. Right? They have. The few areas where, for me, I would be looking to strengthen if I was managing that team. I'd want to see a defensive midfielder come in. I think they need another striker, and possibly a winger. I mean, who plays out wide in the attack for Brentford?
Well, obviously we had like Lewis Potter out wide. Carvalho, I thought was terrible. He just didn't turn up yet again, Carvalho. So, I don't know what's up with him. He's got ability.
The two areas there, like the wing positions, could do with strengthening by the sound of it.
Yeah.
I think you need to get like a few, maybe one or two defenders as well can act as cover, because it worries me. Like if the right back gets injured, and you're looking at fucking Rorsleff coming in.
Oh, fuck that! No, don't even want to think about that. To be honest, but we got to sort of we got to get something there. Yeah, defensive, and as you say, someone like Gahey would be amazing, but I can't see that happening. But I don't know, mate. It's just it's worrying at the moment what's happening here. I also blame the fact we didn't play a lot. We only played 3 pre-season games. And we didn't even play any Premier teams. We would have had a chance if we had practice against the Premier team or two before we went into this. It would have helped. We would have been better.
Alarmed that you only had 3 pre-season games, mate.
Yeah.
Are you sure you haven't played any like behind doors games?
No, it was only 3 pre-season, and that was it. We had Gil Vicente. We had QPR.
Yeah.
We beat them 1-0. Well, that's not saying much, is it? And then we drew with Borussia Mönchengladbach 2-2.
Well, that's a proper test. But do you know what I mean? It's like it's not enough. Do you know what I mean? I mean, even if you played, I don't know, who else is there in West London that you could have played, or even London? There's plenty, the leagues. Barnet. Maybe if you played Barnet in a pre-season game.
Yeah.
Tell me Barnet wouldn't have wanted to play you.
Well, I've had Barry Fry there or something.
Well, no, but it's a run out. It's people match practice and stuff like that. Don't matter. There's not a Premier League side. They need.
No, it don't matter. No.
He needs to give these players a proper run out so they can see what they're like in a match day.
Like Orient or something as well. Could have played like Orient or something like that.
There you go. There's 2 that you could have played that are in London that would have definitely wanted to play you.
Yeah. But
Barnet's a nice place to go and watch football as well. I've been there a couple of times, mate.
Yeah.
You know,
Colchester. Well, that's Essex, isn't it? Colchester. Yeah.
Southend,
yeah.
Stay out of the beach.
Yeah, I've been there a few times.
There as well, Steve.
Hey?
A few nice chip shops there as well.
Oh, chip shops, yeah. I thought you was going to say something else for a minute, but I don't know what else I see there, but on the beach and whatever. But I went on that longest pier. You ever been down there, that long pier? And it goes all the way down, massive long pier.
Yeah.
And you go down on the, was it a tram or thing, whatever thing it is, down there. But train, and it is nice. Nice place at Southend, you know.
Could have been really a good one to play Brighton as well in a pre-season game, but it's gone now. There's nothing you can do about it now. But
that was at fault.
It's not enough.
No, it's not. It's not enough. And we might be paying for that now, I think, somehow. And this guy's got to hit the ground running again now. He's got to come back and see what he's made of, this Andrews, now, and see what he can do, because I'm only going to give him a few games, and if he can't turn it around, he's gone, mate, in my eyes. I'd say get rid of him and then get somebody else in, get a proper manager in, I'd say. Probably a Gary O'Neill or something like that, Bring them in. Somebody to help us, because otherwise we're done for, I don't want to see us struggling again, I don't want that.
I personally, mate, I just think employing someone with no track record or no experience is asking for trouble. I've seen it at Arsenal with Arteta. And for me, Arsenal are no nearer winning a league title than the day that he was appointed. And in fact, I think we've gone backwards. So I just don't think it's a good idea, because there's always this question mark over whether or not what he's doing, or like, has he got the knowledge base or experience to be able to like deal with a difficult situation, because I don't think he has. And the other problem he's got there is there's no one at the club for him to go to and ask questions.
No.
Right. Like, so if he's faced with a difficult situation, he can't go to say somebody and say, look, I've got this situation with this player or these tactics. I'm not really sure what I should do. What do you think?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? There is no one who's been there and done it. So,
yeah.
so this is the problem with this fella. Do you know? I mean, who's at Brentford who he can turn to and go to for advice?
Well, you've got obviously. I don't know really. You've only got really, like, if you're saying about going to the chairman or somebody else, the staff, or the other second, his right hand man or whatever. I suppose someone like that. But I'm trying to think who he's got. Is it McFarlane with him now? I think it's McFarlane.
Well, because you had what's his name there, didn't you?
We've got Phil Giles. We've got that guy from Arsenal now. We brought in Mehmet Ali from Arsenal. We've got a few in the staff there now, and some of them were still there. We're still in the backroom staff. We're still there. Sam Saunders used to be a player with us. So, I mean, he has got some he could go to, but I don't know. It's just going to be a tough season for him. This, I think, somehow.
How did Henderson get on?
What when he came on?
Did he start? I don't know, Steve.
No, he came on in the second half. He was all right. He done pretty well. He organised us a bit more when he come on. Shows experience and everything. So he actually done okay. So I think we need more than that, though. We need more than him, definitely. And a lot more experience. I think the Trossard one will be amazing if we do that. Who else can we bring in that's really experienced? I mean, I would have loved to have got this guy, this Chris Wood. I think we should have got him as a striker. I don't know why we didn't go for him in this Chris Wood. He wouldn't have been much, would he? Cost much. I don't. And he's still getting goals, isn't he? He's still scoring.
The old fella, isn't he? Like, do you know what I mean? He's sort of player that the opposition ain't gonna fucking take any liberties with him because they don't get away with it. Do you know what I mean? Like, you can see, like, he probably, when he was a kid, he probably played rugby.
Yeah,
like,
he's a big lad.
Right?
Big lad. But, I mean, we let him have too much room, didn't we, for that goal? We let him have too much. The defence was shit. We had Lewis Potter marking him for some fucking reason. Lewis Potter, a little guy, nothing much of him, and he's marking him. Fuck's sake, I don't get it. That was dumb. And then he had all the time in the world to hook that a goal and score. And then, what's it, the other guy that had the header, the second one, Ndoye, or whatever his name is, Ndoye. We let him have a lot of room, and the cross came in, and he headed it into the goal. And then one of a bad pass, we done forward, shit pass, and they intercepted and put it through to him. He took it round the goalie and scored.
You conceded 2 goals on the stroke of half time. To me, that sounds like that they switched off.
Yeah, well, we were just overrun. They just overrun us. We didn't start. We couldn't get going. and you can't start like that.
They scored in the 5th minute, and you held on till the 42nd. So it's about 37 minutes where you were holding out.
Yeah.
And then they fucking struck, and they did it twice. And it's just on the stroke of half time. So it makes me wonder whether the players were thinking about their half-time cuppa.
I don't know. I don't know what they were thinking about, but they were the better team. Forest were the better team, played the better football, Forest. Much better than us. I'd still like to see them against a bigger team, though, a better team, Forest. I really would. See what they do.
But the thing is, the fact that they didn't, they struggled to break you down for 37 minutes in the first half, and then they didn't manage to do it at all in the second is quite encouraging, isn't it? But the fact that they managed to score 2 quick goals in succession at the end of the first half is a bit of a worry.
It was terrible. It's a shocking performance, Warren. You know, all said and done, it was fucking disgusting performance.
Because at the end of the day, you can see 3 goals, and that's not acceptable.
Yeah. It's not. You've got to start quick in this league. You can't afford to be slow and shit and hang around. You got to start well, and we didn't. We were poor, and we got to come back now. We got to show what we're made of against Villa now. And that one won't be easy either. So we're gonna see what we're made of, mate. I tell you, we really are.
Well, he needs to have them properly fucking fired up for that game, and they need to really get in fucking Villa's faces, show them no fucking respect. Just fucking go out there from minute 1 to the last minute of the game. Just fucking don't fucking give them an inch. Get right up in their faces. Like when they got the back to you and they're backing in, just fucking give them a fucking little nudge in the back, and they turn around and go, "What's fucking going on? You're out of order." And just go, and what? And fucking what?
Yeah, exactly.
Let's fucking let them know that you fucking are in a game. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
just let them have it, Steve.
Yeah, man, definitely. I agree 100%. And I hope we do. I hope we do fucking come back and show something, show some fights and bottle, you know, and give it some to them, you know. Because that's what we've got to do. We've got to. And we'll have Damsgaard back. That'd be good. We'll have probably Watara. We'll probably have Shardy and all that. So I think it might be better.
Positive side, right? That you're going to have 4 players coming back, hopefully, right?
Yeah.
That's why I said maybe you need to think about getting some reinforcements, some squad players in.
No, we will. I think we still will. I think it's still ongoing, really. I mean, that Hutchinson thing, that's gone because he went to Forest, of course. So we're not getting him now. I don't know about Maeda. I'd love to get Maeda, but I'm not sure that'll happen, to be honest. But I think Trossard could happen. That's a possibility. That's a real possibility. Just trying to think who else we're really after. Obviously, my pay. I don't want us to get my pay back in. I don't know why we're doing that. That's just mental.
I don't understand that one. I'd be more encouraged if I heard that you were going for Eze.
Yeah, I would and all. But I just
it's not like you ain't got the money, Steve. Let's be honest.
Well, I know, but for some reason we're not allowed to. I don't know why. I ain't got a clue why we can't spend. You know, spend big. That's what you got to do in this league to get the best players. You know.
You know, you've lost 2 quality strikers. So you need to get 2 quality strikers in. Stands to reason, otherwise you're going to go backwards.
And that shone out like a bright light that those 2 were missing. The Bramo, Visser. They showed that was, you know, sticking out so much that we didn't have them. We were struggling up front to score because we didn't have those 2.
Scored the penalty, didn't he?
Yeah, Thiago, yeah.
You know, he obviously knows where the fucking goal is. I know it was a penalty, but do you know what I mean? He has scored a few since he's when he's played for the club, hasn't he?
Well, he scored a lot in the league where he was before. He was at where was he before? Belgium,
Anderlecht.
Bruges, I think. I think it's Bruges. He was at
Well,
before.
Bruges are a decent outfit, mate. That's a proper team.
Yeah. So he was scoring goals there, so we know he can do it. He's just he had that bad injury, didn't he? And he was out so long. So now he's got to try and find his form, come back and score all these goals and do something. But I think he could. It's going to take him a little while. We've got to cut him some slack, I think. That's the only thing now.
It'd be good for his confidence that he managed to stick the penalty away. Because he could have missed it, but he didn't. He put it in. So fair play to the lad.
I've got to take positives, and that was one of them. And that is one of them out of it. So,
and you won the second half. You won the second half, Steve.
Yeah, exactly. But we were shit in the first half, and that's no excuse, is it? That was terrible.
Just fucking write that first half off. Take the learning points out of it, but just fucking write it off and then go again on the next game against Villa.
We do that against Villa, we're fucked again, mate. We're done again.
Go in there with a fucking proper mentality against Villa. Go out on that pitch and fucking let them know that they've fucking got a fight on their hands.
We'd had the home crowd behind us. I don't think we had many fans at the City Ground. I don't know how many we had. I don't know. What, 1,000? I don't know. I can't remember now. I don't know how many. But it wasn't a lot. So, but yeah. Anyway, let's move on from that. I don't want to talk about that shit show anymore. Let's move on and move on to this one. Yeah. Well, I still thought United were a better team here, Warren. I don't know if you agree with that, but I thought Arsenal looked, I don't know.
I think it was a fucking shit show, mate, from beginning to end. Like, I did this video and I gave them players a proper fucking pep talk. Like, demanding, like, saying similar things to you. I said similar stuff to them about what I said to you about the Villa match. Like, fucking get up in their faces, let them fucking know, like, you know, don't fucking give them any space, fucking let them know that, you know, just fucking scare the shit out of them. Like, fucking don't fucking show them any respect. Like, all this sort of carry on. And I didn't see any of it. I saw our players fucking standing off them, letting them play. I would have fucking really gone for the fucking throat. Demanded that those players go out onto that pitch and show some fucking fight. And like, this is an Arsenal-Man United game. Like, fucking go out there and fucking show them who's boss.
Go some balls, throw a pair and fucking go at them, yeah. Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Because it was fucking diabolical. Right. I'm telling you that if they somehow lose William Saliba, that club is in fucking big trouble.
And Gabriel. Gabriel, if he goes as well, you'll fuck them.
Well, if both of them, they lose both of them, they're in fucking serious shit. Right. But if Saliba goes, he is the main one as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, he's quality. He's great. Great defender.
Huh?
He is a great defender. I like him. I think he's brilliant. But well, what would we do if we had him? Fuck's sake, mate. You know, if we could get him, fucking hell, you know. William Saliba, fucking hell.
He's top fucking draw. They're lucky to have him. They really are.
Yeah.
And you know, I just think that game was fucking diabolical. The second half, in particular, was dreadful.
Yeah, it was a non-event, wasn't it, in a way? But
but this is, you know, tactics under Mikel Arteta. He doesn't.
That fucking prick, fucking clown.
Yeah, well, you know, he spent £800 million. And they're sitting there and fucking putting 10 men behind the ball.
Fucking barely.
Not fucking trying to win the... Like, they should be going up there and trying to put 3, 4, 5 past this team. Because I'm sorry, Steve, that team they played against is fucking dog shit. They will be lucky if they stay in the Premier League this season. I mean, look at the fucking players they've got in that team. It's a shit show. The best player by a country mile in that team is in Bremo. Fucking Bruno Fernandes, shit. Maguire, shit. Shaw, shit. Euro, shit. Delit, shit. Dorgu, shit. It's a fucking shit show. Do you know they are fucking dog shit? Right. I wouldn't fucking, if I had to pick a joint 11 between the two of them, the only player that would fucking get in the Arsenal team would be in Bremo. The rest of them fucking wouldn't stand a fucking prayer. And our midfield is crap. Right? We've got that fucking Martin Zubimendi, he went fucking missing. We had Saka, he's fucking finished as far as I'm concerned. Who else?
Martinelli was disappointing as well. Martinelli, wasn't he? He weren't good.
Martinelli was disappointing, but I think it's because he's not putting the team together that's going to allow Martinelli to flourish. If he went to Brentford, mate, you'd see a dramatic fucking improvement in his performances.
Why aren't we going for him then? That's what I want to know, mate. We should go for him.
Yeah, because, mate, he was being touted when he first come to the club as being like the bright spark of the future. Like, I remember Klopp saying that he was going to be one of the greatest players on the planet. I'm convinced, and I think, and a few other people said it to me as well, that they thought Klopp wanted him at Anfield. Right? But, like, look at that mucking midfield. Odegaard, Zubimendi and Rice. They were fucking non-existent. They didn't fucking have any attacking threat whatsoever. And Saka, like, I just think he's fucking burnt out, mate. Martinelli looks fucking disinterested because he's not being coached properly. Gyökeres, like, I'm not impressed. I don't think he's that good. Zubimendi went missing. Odegaard was fucking fits and starts. Made a couple of good passes, but that was it. Rice should have been... He's the proper fucking captain of that team, not Odegaard. And he should have been fucking driving that club forward. But he fucking did hardly anything. And as for the rest of them, well, Ben White's fucking dog shit as usual. It's just not fucking acceptable. The man's had £800 million to spend on that team, and that's the best he can do. Mate, he's got to fucking go. It's a fucking joke that he is still in charge of this club. And they're putting in performances in like that. No, man, he's got to fucking go. It's shit.
Exactly. He has got to go, Warren. I just know how long why he's been there so long. I don't get it.
I don't get it. Well, I do, because I think there's some ulterior motive behind it. I think the owners are fucking trying to fucking pull off some stunt with taking games overseas. I still think that, right? But they are that Man United team are going to take a few fucking spankings this season. Like last season, they were getting togged 3s and 4s on a regular basis at home, and I can see it.
We got 4 against them. We scored 4 against them as well.
At Old Trafford?
No, at home at the GTEC. So we won 4-3, didn't we? At the end there.
But I think they're going to take a few heavy beatings at home. I really do. And I just don't think they're that good. I think they're going to fucking struggle down the bottom end of the table. And it would not surprise me in the slightest. I know people are going to say I'm being a bit extreme and fucking a bit fucking off key, but I would not surprise me if they went down. because they've just got nothing in the midfield. Like, they've got all these fucking strikers at the club, but who's supplying the ammo for them to do their business? And they've got to fucking gel as a partnership up front and work together. But they can't do that if they're not fucking... Do you know, if they're not connected and they don't know when their strike partner's going to make the run and how they're going to make the run and all this carry on. Takes time. And in the midfield, there's nothing there. No one there is going to... Who's going to do the creating in that midfield?
I don't know, mate. I ain't got a clue.
It's a fucking mess, mate.
It is a mess, yeah, exactly. It definitely is. But yeah, let's move on to the last game, which was yesterday. Leeds United 1, Everton 0. And fucking dirty Leeds won. Yeah. Sorry, I'm losing my voice now. I'm fucking going into one now. Sorry, Warren.
Mate, don't worry about it. As long as you're all right. I'm not worried about it. Are you okay?
Yeah, all right.
Or something?
No, I was getting a bit hoarse because of shouting about it, fucking Brentford yesterday, I think. But no, because of that shit performance. But no, I mean, but this one though, Leeds won with a dodgy penalty, which really shouldn't have been, should it? Did you see that instant with the penalty?
I haven't, mate. But it doesn't surprise me that Leeds won that game.
Yeah, but Everton got Grealish and everything now. They put him on Grealish in the second half.
Like, they're a decent outfit, Leeds. They're a big club. I don't understand why people are surprised. Do you know, if they can stay in the Premier League, don't be surprised if they stay around for a good while. Yeah,
well, they could. I mean, they bottled it a lot of times before. They've gone straight back down again. So, you know, could they do it this time? Stay up. I mean, it's a good start for them. I don't think it was a penalty because it was Tarkowski, and he had his arm like that behind the back, and he hit the top of his arm. Where's he supposed to put his arm?
Didn't he play at Brentford for a while, Steve?
Yeah, he did, yeah. he was a fucking tosser there. He was a nutter. He fucking fouled up and everything. But yeah, it was never a penalty though. You look at it, mate. He had his arm like that, and then he hit the top of his arm, and his arm was by his side. And they give a penalty. How the fuck is that a penalty?
So did Grealish play in this game?
Yeah. He came on. Well, he came on in about the 70th minute. He done okay, as usual, falling over to get free kicks. But no, he was all right, I suppose. I thought Everton done fairly well, but I thought Leeds were the better team, probably. Would have said they'd done better, had better chances and stuff. They probably deserved the 1-0, I would say, the win. So would they may stay up now. You never know. They might just stay up. Them and Sunderland maybe could stay up. So
there's a young lady in the chat, Steve, saying
Mel, yeah. Yeah, I said hello to her, yeah. Mel, yeah. Yeah, Arsenal fan she is. Arsenal.
Poor girl.
Yeah. And she's from Canada as well. So
oh no.
But yeah. But there you go. Why would she support them? I don't know. Maybe there's nobody good in Canada she can support, I suppose. But anyway, no. But coming back to Leeds might stay up this time. They could do. Could be them and Sunderland might stay up. That would be amazing, wouldn't it? Two teams that come up stay up.
I think Leeds will definitely stay up, mate. I think they've got a decent manager. You know, I think he knows what he's doing. Yeah, he's been through this fucking before with Norwich.
Yeah.
And stuff. Yeah, him.
He's a happy fucker there, look. Yeah.
He's probably thinking about his German sausage. But they certainly know how to make sausages. That's
yeah.
Nothing like a nice bit of bratwurst, mate, or beerwurst.
Bratwurst, yeah. Oh, Knopfurst or whatever it is, yeah. No, yeah. But yeah, that's they love their sausages, don't they? The Germans, yeah. But yeah, he's that was poor old Moisey. He weren't happy. He weren't happy at all with that penalty. He went mad.
I don't blame him. Because he's another one. Like, I just think this is going to be his last club because he must be. He must be like knocking on the door of like mid-60s, late 60s. Because I remember him playing at Celtic.
No, he went to Preston, didn't he? And all that.
Yeah, in the early 80s. I remember him. Like he was quite pacey winger, if I remember rightly.
Oh right. Oh.
In his day, but that was a long time ago. That was about.
But, you'd look at him and you think of him like a defender or something, wouldn't you? A hard nut defender or something, wouldn't you?
He wasn't. He was I'm pretty sure he played out wide, in the attack.
Yeah. I'll tell you another good ones I like. Is that Nonto? He's a good player. I rate him. Who else was there I rated? They brought Longstaff.
Decent player, isn't he, normally?
Who, Longstaff? Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
some of these players I've never heard of, mate, if I'm being honest.
Ampadu, he used to be at Chelsea and whatever, didn't he? Ampadu.
He's that Stash fella. I've never heard of him before.
Who?
Stash.
Oh, Stash. Well, Stack, I think they call him Stack. Stack?
Yeah, him.
Yeah, he's
never heard of him.
Another German. I don't know where they got him from, but yeah.
That's one above him. That's Tanaka. Who the fuck's that?
Tanaka. Yeah, he's Japanese international, I think. I'm surprised Celtic didn't get him. They get all the fucking Japanese players, don't they?
They're good players, mate, because the Japanese, they don't fucking stop running. That's the thing with them.
Got good motors, isn't it?
Good motors. Non-fucking stop. All the fucking time. And that's what you're going to get with Dyson if you manage to. I don't think you will get him, Steve, because we're just short up front.
Nah.
Right? But if you did, you'd fucking love him because he will not stop running all game.
Yeah. They got Everton. They got Dewsbury Hall there and all that now. Grealish.
Alcaraz,
yeah. Bato. This new one called Barry, who came on. Chamiti. They got a few. Like McNeil, I rate him. Dwight McNeil. I don't know why we didn't go for him, to be honest. I would love to have him at Brentford, Dwight McNeil. He's really good.
Go and get Eze, Steve. That's a statement fucking signing. They shut up all these little monkeys up as well.
It would be, but I just don't think it'll happen, Warren, unfortunately. Just ain't going to happen. But anyway, that's the end of that.
The fucking needs to go into that board and say, look, do you want this fucking team to get relegated? What the fucking hell's going on? Fucking go and get me some quality players.
It seems like it.
That we're not about fucking Malpai and all this. No.
Another one I don't get. I don't get that. I really don't get it. But there we go. Seems like I don't know why we're going for these players. I mean, why we got Henderson? I never believed that one for a start. So strange, mate. Strange. We're moving like a small club, and we're in the Premier. We're still a small club. It don't seem right. So we're gonna be dead if we don't wake up and sort this out and sort it out fast. So we're gonna be in real shit. But no, it's been a great stream. 3 hours 19 now.
Another monster stream, Steve.
Yeah, it was, mate. Yeah. It always seems to be when you come on, Warren. No, I'm not blaming you. No, sorry, mate. I'm not blaming you.
I do fucking go on sometimes, so I'm sorry, Steve.
No, it's fine, man. No, don't apologise. I like it. I like hearing your stories and everything. It's brilliant, you know. Gives me something, cheer up about after fucking the other day, yesterday and that.
Yeah, me ranting about Arteta and fucking.
Yeah, we're both ranting at the moment about it, but yeah. But anyway, mate, what have you got coming up? You got anything lined up? Any videos?
I've got another. I'm going to do another chat with someone about their life in football, like I did for you a while ago now.
Yeah,
this fella, no one's ever seen him before. He's a massive Norwich fan, and I've been to fucking countless football matches with him down the years. Because we both followed Maidstone United for a while when they were in the Football League.
Oh, right, yeah.
So he's been almost, he's a bit older than me, not that much, but a little bit older than me, a couple of years older than me. But he's been to fucking more games than what I have. He's got a fucking spreadsheet at home with all the matches that he's been to. The guy is a fucking legend. He's a huge Norwich City fan.
He saw lives and breathes Norwich, yeah.
Yeah, he loves it, right? And he goes and watches a lot of non-league football as well near where he lives. I'm so happy he's coming on because we've got so much to fucking talk about. It's wild. And a lot of the stories are probably, some of them are probably going to be involved in, because we watched a lot of non-league football as well back in the day. Well,
be a bit fruity, wouldn't they?
There's a team near where I live called Tunbridge Angels, right?
Oh, yeah.
Their fucking fans are nutters. Honestly, they've got really bad reputation in non-league football because wherever they go, they will fucking triple or quadruple the fucking attendance, because there's so many of them. In non-league football, if you get an attendance of 500-600, that's a fucking lot. It'd be like having a 50,000 attendance in the Premier League, and that's what they do, right? And I remember once they played Yeovil at home. Yeovil Town, their fans are a fucking nightmare. They can't take defeat. As soon as they start losing, there's always trouble, right? There was fucking fighting in the crowd and all this carry on. Oh my God, it was fucking mayhem. So yeah, I've been to a lot of matches with him and whatnot, and yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what he comes out with.
Yeah, I'll give that a watch. When are you doing that one then?
I don't know. I've trying to still get some information out of him. I sent him something earlier, because he needs to see the questions because he's got quite a sensitive job, so he needs to be very careful, right? So I've sent him the questions to have a look at because I don't want him getting into trouble.
No, of course, no.
So we need to be careful, but it will be an interesting chat, that's for sure.
Yeah, definitely. All the ones you have on there are really good, aren't they? Yeah, I saw that one.
I like to share the questions because I like to get I don't want people thinking too much about what I just want it to be fucking, whatever comes into their head. So, but I've had to do it this way because I don't want to cause trouble for him.
Yeah, it would almost be like scripted or something in a way, because it's like when I was on there, it was like whatever I remembered what happened in the. I said whatever I remembered, didn't I? I didn't sort of say, "Oh no, I can't answer that." When you asked me a question, I said, "No, I can't go into that." I didn't say that, did I? I said,
No,
whatever happened, you know.
No, but I have to do it this way with him because it could put him in serious fucking danger. Do you know what I mean? So I can't do that to somebody. So
No, of course, but I mean, it should be good. And I like that one with that runner bloke you done recently, and when you knew him from school and all that, didn't you? And whatever.
yeah, I've known him since I was fucking 8 years old. Do you know what I mean? And like, he's a really
top fella, he was.
He's like a
Good
fucking brother to me, mate. I'm telling you, he's fucking quality. And like some of the stuff he come out with in that podcast, I wasn't aware of. Like, I didn't realise that he was fucking like. At some point, he was either number 1, number 2 in the country. Fucking hell,
He was that good, didn't he? Yeah.
huh?
He was that good. He said, I remember him saying, "Oh, he's great at school." He didn't realise he could run that quick, and he was at school in the races and that. And he got, was it second or something, or won one of them or something at school? And then
primary school, and they had a cross country race, right? And the first year, because I didn't. First of all, I started off at a different secondary primary school, and then we moved. And I had to go to a new primary school, and I ended up going to his one, right? And yeah. And there was a cross country race at the school, like in my first year there, and he won it. Right, and it was a fucking big talking point, right, amongst all the kids. Like,
how brilliant he was. How great he was,
Well, the fact that he won it, because like no one fucking knew anything. Well, obviously some of them did, but it was a bit of a shock.
Didn't realise he had that talent, the ability.
Yeah. And like, you know, because the school was like probably it's about 180, 200 kids at it.
Cool. Well, it's big. Yeah, big school. So
it's fairly big primary school. Then we went to secondary school, and he just carried on with his running there. And like it was wild. There's loads of stuff that we didn't talk about for similar reasons to this one coming up next, because it could have been a bit embarrassing and whatnot. But you know, it was wild. We had a great time at school. Then he went to university, and he went to Iowa State because he got a sports scholarship because he was so good at running. And he did really well there as well with his running. So,
well, he's brilliant. He's in the top bloke, that's for sure. Really nice guy.
He's a lovely fella, and like he was running with people that went on to the Olympics and stuff, and he was literally, mate, seriously,
he was close.
He was that fucking close to go to the Olympics.
I remember him saying,
that opportunity, mate. I'd have fucking loved to have seen him pull on.
He would have won a medal, wouldn't he? He would have won gold, probably. He would have won a gold or something, I reckon, wouldn't he?
I don't know. Probably. I don't know. Just the fact that he'd be able to say that he'd been there, because one of these mates that he was at America with, he did it. He went and represented the UK at the Olympics. You know, so it was wild being at school with someone like that. And then also at our school, we had another one who was a fucking similar level at running. And then we also had fucking John Solarco there.
Oh, I remember him. He was at Brentford one stage. Yeah.
Was he?
Playing for us. Yeah. Yeah.
He started it at Palace, and I remember
playing to us.
Yeah. I fucking nutmegged him, mate, and he didn't like that. I was on the phone with him, and I fucking nutmegged him.
Yeah, he's a good bloke, though. Actually, he's really not.
No, he's a lovely fella. Do you know
I
what I
saw
mean?
him once. Yeah.
Huh?
He's really nice. Yeah, and what's it? I mean, he was still a good player when he came to us. He was sort of near the end of his career almost, but he was still decent when he came to us. He was good at Palace, very good player. But
I love the fact that
Mm.
a kid that I was at school with was fucking playing for the England national team as well, because he represented England a couple of times. Do you know what I mean?
yeah.
Yeah. So that was pretty wild. And me and my mate, the fella was coming on, we went to see him
All right. Yeah.
at Wembley for England. I think they played the game was against Colombia in a friendly.
Oh,
just
that's right. Yeah.
before Euro 88.
Oh,
And
yeah. I remember it. Yeah.
That was pretty wild, mate, to be honest, because fucking that was the game where England couldn't get the ball off the Colombians. And the manager, I don't know who it was at the time, but the manager had them in at the half time, and apparently he was bollocking them about it. Their players were going, boss, we can't get the fucking ball off them.
Yeah. Did they have like Valderrama and that there?
Yeah.
They have Valderrama. I think
Valderrama was in that team.
And the Gita, I think. The Gita played.
Huh?
And I think the Gita played as well.
Yeah, that's right.
Rennie Gita.
I think he did. Yeah, but it was mad, mate, that school. Like, we had a few really good sportsmen there. Do you know what I mean? And like, I never managed to fucking follow in their footsteps, though.
Didn't you do running as well, Warren? Didn't you run as well?
I was football, but
right. Yeah.
The teacher, I remember the sports teacher saying to me, "Yeah, Warren," he said, "I'd definitely have you in my World 11." Because
you were that good
on that football pitch, mate. I never fucking stopped running the whole 90 minutes. Fucking as soon as the whistle went, I was fucking running around like a lunatic. Do you know what I mean? Honestly, that's where I was, and I loved it.
What position did you play? Striker?
All sorts, like left back quite a lot, because I was like Kieran Tierney, like fucking up and down, right? And
you run through Gerdes.
Hey?
Did you run through Gerdes? Scotland.
Yeah, so I was like him as a left back. I also played defensive midfield. I had a spell where I was playing left side of the attack and also as a striker, but I preferred to be at the back. I preferred it. I don't know. I felt way more comfortable there.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Like hard, man. Were you going a bit hard on them? Were you going a bit, the tackles flying in?
I got nicknamed Tardelli. That's why I'll answer that question by telling you that. Right? I remember this guy. This guy was brilliant. He just like fucking dribble around anyone. Right? He fucking broke through, and I just fucking hacked him down. Like he was clean through on goal, and I just fucking took the fella out. He got up and he was fucking raging, and he went for me. And he had me by the fucking throat, and then we started swinging like on the pitch and whatnot.
You both get sent off. But
well, no, it's fucking Sportsmaster pulled us off and told the one that I pulled down. He bollocked me for the tackle, and he said to the other fella, "Listen," he said, "the idea is that we get you two playing in the same team together. Fucking calm down."
Yeah. Certainly wild, mate. Brilliant those days.
Exactly, it was wild though. Like being at school with Daryl and seeing all the success he had, I fucking loved it. It gave me so much fucking pleasure. Like hearing how he'd done in this event and that event, like the headmaster calling it out in assembly and stuff, and how like the other one was doing it. He was because he mentioned him a few times in that podcast, like the other guy as well. It was just like, and the two of them were in the same class, and they were like both representing England and fucking fucking right up the top of English athletics. It was mad. Do you know what I mean? Like he said, I don't think it's ever happened before. Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
No.
But this new guy, he's pretty cool guy, and like I say, he's mad Norwich fan, so it'd be interesting.
I bet he gets pissed off with them being like called a yo-yo team, Norwich, going up and down, up and down, up and down.
No, I think he's more now into the non-league football, but we'll see.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? But like, I think he probably is, but I know that he really liked the Leeds manager, the manager Leeds has got.
Oh, Farker, yeah, was it?
Yeah, because there was a lot of trouble with Fark when he was at Norwich, and there's a lot of people wanted him out, but he didn't, and it got a bit toxic there for a while.
I always remember that with that Delia Smith, though, wasn't it? When she came on the pitch with that microphone going, "It's be having ya! Where are ya? It's be having ya!"
She was pissed. How someone didn't fucking step in and fucking say to her, "We don't think it's a good idea that you've had a few to drink. Don't be silly. Don't go on there. Let someone else go out there."
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because, like, I have to say, fucking Chris Sutton, what a fucking legend that man is. I just love the way he just winds people up. I think it's fucking hilarious.
Yeah. He don't give a shit what he says, I don't think, either. So.
No, but everything he says, most of the time, it's all facts. But he does fucking like winding people up. Deliberately fucking disagreeing with him. I just think he like loves it.
Yeah, he does.
He does. A fucking wind-up merchant.
Yeah, he certainly is. Anyway, Warren, do you want to shout your socials out, mate? Shout out your channel. Great channel.
Yeah, so you can find me on Warren's Team Talk on YouTube. I'm also on Instagram and on X and Blue Sky. I think that's about it, really, for that. I've also got a channel where I talk about the unexplained and the unexplained and mysteries. I guess is probably the best word to describe it. Things like UFOs and crop circles and ghosts and all like pyramids and stuff like that. So and that's called Warren's Mysterious World. So come and check that out as well. As I was saying to Steve just now, I will be doing another one of my interviews with another good mate of mine who's a massive Norwich fan soon. So look out for that. He has got a lot of stories to tell, and he's been a lot of football. So
that'd be good. Brilliant.
Yeah, but thanks a lot for having me on, Steve. Make sure that you go and subscribe to also to Steve's cricket channel, which is Mr. B Chats England Cricket.
Yeah, down there.
Yeah, and also make sure you subscribe to him. That the Hive of Football Chat.
Mr. B Hive of Football Chat. Yeah. Mr. B Chats England Cricket. And
it's scrolling across the screen there at the bottom of the screen. So make sure you go and do that. It's good. It's good stuff.
We're on 169 now, Warren. 169. So
I noticed that this morning. So congratulations, Steve. Fucking proper.
Going up, mate. Going up.
Yeah, fucking few batsmen doing that for England. 160.
The only way is up, as Yash used to say. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it's going, I'm going up there now, mate. It's good. It's getting up to 200. So could be another milestone stream very soon. But that'd be good.
Hopefully, you'll get up to 200 before beginning of October.
Yeah. At least I'll be doing well, not my team. But anyway, but no, no. Hopefully they'll pick up. I'm hoping they will. Got to start doing something against Villa.
I'm sure they will, mate. Like I said to you, you had 4 players missing, and it sounds like you haven't had a very good pre-season as well. So
no, not really. You've got to do better, haven't we? We know it can't get much worse than it was. So, that was bad against. At least we didn't get walloped. We could have got 5 or 6 lost by, but no.
But at least we got the second half, Steve.
Well,
yeah. Like they fucking got them in at half time, fucking settled them down and said, "Look, this is not acceptable. We need to do better." And they went out and did do better in the second half.
Yeah, I think we did. I liked it a bit better in the second half, but we still had a mountain to climb, wasn't it? 3-0 down. So
yeah, well, it probably match gone, if we're being honest. But they went out in the second half and fucking showed a bit more about what they're really all about.
Yeah, just like we can do it against Villa now. I'm gonna have the match preview of that. That'll probably be the end of this week. Be doing that one. Don't know if I'll have a Villa fan on. If I can find one, maybe I will.
If I knew anyone, Steve, I'd fucking put them in your direction. But maybe you'll get Norwich in the cup this year, and my mate will come on and talk about the match. I don't know. Or if you play Fulham, I don't know if Darryl will come on or not.
Well, we got more than
the coach, did you, Steve? Who's a Brentford fan?
Who's that?
Darryl's coach. He's
Darryl.
Yeah, he was a big Brentford fan.
No, well, there you go. Well, yeah, if he could come on, I wouldn't mind that. That'd be brilliant. Yeah, it'd be great there, Warren. Yeah, but yeah. Anyway, thanks, guys. Everyone's been watching this marathon stream that's gone on for fucking ages. The 3 hours 42. But what is it? What time did I start? About nearly 1, I think. I started this about 1 o'clock. Been going on ever since. But anyway, I'm going to have some food, and I'm going to do another stream later on, about 8 o'clock. Not my one. It'll be on OTF, Oris, Oris stream, and be with Manny and all that. He'll be there. Should be interesting. So on that stream, but yeah, it should be a lot of predictions review from the matches that already happened. So I'd have to go through the Brentford one again, which I won't be happy about, but there we go. But yeah, thanks to everyone in the live chat. Warren, of course, you were there. Stephen, Stepsy there. Kev, Flavin, I'm Titanium, Luca, Manny, of course, and Mel. So thanks to all you guys, and thanks to everyone that's been watching live or on playback. I'm going to go off for a sleep. I think after this is fucking taken forever. But
when that stream tonight, Steve, when they go on about whenever they mention, say, yeah, but we won the second half. We won the second half. That's the big positive to take out of that. You won the second half. Like,
we did.
Don't let them fucking say anything negative or any nonsense. Oh, it's a sign that Brentford aren't good enough. They're not ready. They're going to get relegated. It's fucking one game.
It is. Right? It is one game.
Arsenal won the fucking First Division title in 1991 after losing only one game all season. So fucking.
It's a marathon, not a sprint. You've got to keep remembering that marathon, not a sprint. So yeah. But it could be a long marathon for us this season. But never mind. We'll find out. But but anyway, guys, thanks everyone. Thanks to you again, Warren. You're always welcome, buddy. Coming on, brilliant. Thank you. And be up to your channel. Hope it keeps going well. Great content, brilliant stuff on there. I'll always keep watching it because I'm sure loads of people will. It's brilliant.
Make sure you go and watch my pre-match thoughts of the Man United game.
I will, yeah, I will. And
a rallying call.
Are you going back to your Saturday ones as well, Warren? Are you doing them again?
I'm thinking about it, Steve. I don't know. I think yes, no. Do you know what I mean? So I think if I do, I'll let you know because it would be good to have someone else on there.
Yeah, I'll definitely come on. Yeah, I'll try and come on. Yeah, if I'm not going to the game,
2 or 3 of you on there really with me, like watching different games because I want to make my idea for it. Very beginning was to make it like Soccer Saturday.
Oh yeah, like Jeff Stedding and everything.
Yeah, exactly. Because I just think it would be fucking hilarious. Like having 3 or 4 blokes watching different games, and then as soon as the goal, someone starts roaring. And looks like there's a goal at Brentford. Let's go and have a word with Steve. What's going on, Steve?
Yeah, we'd be like,
Kamara. Again. He's come on and he's fucked it up.
It'd be like Kamara. Oh, I didn't see it, Warren. I didn't see it.
It was hilarious.
Yeah.
I'm fucking sure of it. It would just be a fucking, just a fucking laugh. Do you know what I mean?
It'd be like that used to be Soccer Saturday with Letitia and Nicholas and Thompson and everything.
Yes.
That was brilliant.
That's what I want. I want that. Do you know what I mean? Because I just think it'd be fucking hilarious.
Yeah, that's gone well off the ball, that show, that Soccer Saturday now with all those others. It ain't the same. Just ain't the same, you know.
There's one of them they have. I'm not sure if it's on TNT Sports or Sky Sports, but they got that fucking clown, that Rangers fan on there. Big fucking geezer. What's his name? He's fucking clown. He's thick as shit.
I can't think of his name. Well, he's Scottish, isn't he? He's Scottish.
Yes. He's fucking like. And Chris Sutton just fucking rips into shreds.
Yeah, I know.
Together.
Is it Chris Boyd?
That's him.
Yeah.
Fucking clown, mate.
Yeah. He's shit. I mean, he used to score a lot of goals. He was a good footballer, but I mean, he talks a lot of shit, to be honest. But
he does. It's so easy to wind up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like Chris Sutton enjoys it. It's like fucking blood sport for him, really.
Yeah, I know. It's brilliant, isn't it? But yeah, it still ain't the same though, Soccer Saturday. But there we go. Gone to shit. But anyway.
I'm still. The answer to your question, Steve, is I'm still thinking about it.
Yeah, well, as you say, when you come back, I'll definitely come on, you know. I'll definitely be on there, mate. So, you know, I think that'd be really good. We'll have to do our predictions one again. You remember we was going to do that, weren't we? We was going to do our predictions.
I know, Steve. Sorry, man. But we'll get that fucking up and running.
No worries, mate.
Yeah, something fucking really dodgy happened to me at the weekend. I'm not going to talk about it on air, but...
No, don't talk about it on here, no. Best not to, but you want to talk later on. I mean, I've got to go and get something to eat, mate, because I'm fucking ain't Marvin, to be honest. So I've got to have something to eat. So, but I can chat to you later if you want or something. You want to talk about it? Or...
Steve, it's probably better that I don't because I'll just get fucking upset again. So,
no worries, mate.
That's kind of you, man. But listen, make sure you subscribe to this fella. You got any more quick extremes coming up, Steve?
Sometime soon. I don't know. It might be end of the month sometime. I know we've got the women's thing coming up, cricket. World Cup or something. I think that is T20 or something.
When are they going to announce the squad for the Ashes?
I think in October. I think because it's November it starts. So. I think it'd be around October. So it's a little way off just yet, but I think we're going to have pretty much the same lot. I can't see him changing it that much, unfortunately.
No, maybe be an interesting one to look at the Ashes. Do you know what I mean? Before they announce, I don't know, mate, but I'm sure you can think of something to do. But
yeah, man. Yeah, bro. No worries,
did you
brother.
notice the other day it was World Bees Day?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I did see that. Yeah, I should have done something really, but
It would have been fucking funny. I just had this vision of you doing a stream and like fucking keep banging on about how it was World Bees Day and stuff like that.
Well, I'd say they lost their sting a bit the other day, unfortunately, but yesterday. But
So
no, but
you ain't got a fucking what do they think? The thing they call where they keep the bees.
the hive, the hive.
The beehive. You haven't got beehive in the garden or anything like that.
No, I don't, mate. Funny enough, I used to be scared of bees at one stage, but I like them more than wasps. Wasps are little shits, mate, and they're little fuckers. They are. I hate them. I hate wasps, but bees. I know one of my cousins got stung by a bee. He had it in his ear, stung in his ear when he was little. But no fun, that's not funny. But
no, it's not, because it can get really nasty. Yeah. I had one once and got an allergic reaction to it and had to go to hospital. But best thing to do, like in the summer, is just fucking get an old jam jar, fill it up with water, and make sure there's still a bit of jam left in there, and fucking cut a hole in the lid, and all the bees will go in it, and they won't be able to get out again, and then they drown.
Well, that's nice. Isn't it?
The best thing to do with the fucking.
It's a bit like us at the moment, the team, I think, at the moment. But I think they're a bit like our team at the moment, the bees. I think they're drowning a bit. But no, hopefully they come back. But it's early days. So anyway, guys, I'm going to go now for sure. And thanks everyone once again to Warren and everyone else. Thanks. We're out of here. Bouncing. Bye, guys. Cheers. Come on, the bees. Come on. Come back. Come on.